the world class.
Welcome to the world class. I am Noble Miguel Mario Tunica Bay, Mosh America Muslim, consecrated and appointed missionary to the Moorish Science Temple of America. And today's one of them days. Let me see, make sure my audio is good. Yep. Peace to the chat. Peace to Supreme 10. Peace to XL Pro. Peace to Facts and Uncomfortable Truth with Bernard S. Peace to Gail at Night. Chrome Dome Montega. I think that's the first time I'm seeing you. We good over here. Definitely please click the like, consider subscribing, and everything. Man, this is so this is impromptu. Y'all know I don't usually be going live during the week, but what's going on, Roswell? I don't got no more information than nobody else. I almost just didn't go live. I seen trash can waves going live. But you found a dude named Mr. Palmer. Shout out to Mr. Palmer. When he was in the middle of his live, he had mentioned it. We were kind of engrossed in that conversation, and that we were having on his channel about his topic today. So Wolfpack, if you want to come in and ask me that question, you sure enough can. It's just a question. Because that's what I've been hearing for the last couple of hours. That's a part of what I've been hearing for the last couple of hours. So it's a part of being a YouTuber. You ask questions. Yeah. That's Wolfpack actors. It's just a question. Some people gonna come with multiple perspectives. Do I think it was fake? Depends on what you think is fake. Do I think children were really shot with bullets? Yes, I do. Absolutely. Yeah, I think I do. The backstory, the cover story, I think those things will be fake. Yeah, I definitely can come in. I got a article in a video to look at. So please excuse me because I do what I can to put myself in other people's shoes. I have a 5-year-old. Yeah, and my best friend has a 6-year-old, and I have a niece that's 6. I know a lot of people with little children. Other homeboy, close friend, have a lot of friends with little babies, with people with single digits, So it's empathy, to say the least. I'll say that. That 14 different parents hear the worst worst news you could possibly hear. You know, when you have a little person, um, hmm, give me a second. Hold on. Like older people, you know, adults, teenagers, and up don't really bother me with what we do, you know. But children are innocent, and it just, uh, yeah. I'm finished the thought I had. So you know, that's the worst thing you think about is your little person getting hurt and to be killed because you took them to school, and just thinking about the conversations they may have had with their little one that's gone, about how important it is to be in school. Mm, mm. It's like a billion things running through my mind, right? And I was just talking to the big mic drop right before I jumped on, and he was just throwing some stuff in my head too that I didn't even think about. Not throwing stuff, not, you know, not attacking me and nothing like that, but he was just saying some ideas about this whole deal. It's just certain things. Just it's no consequence. It's no such thing as coincidence in certain things, and I don't think nobody's an expert on this situation right now, but I'm probably about to do the most rambling I've ever done on live. Like, you look at, let's just go back, right? I just see themes right now. Will Smith punches Chris Rock. I know it's off, right? Will Smith punches Chris Rock. A couple weeks later, Dave Chappelle gets attacked. Dude just shoots somebody. Dude shoots up a damn store, whereas he thought he was going to go to a school before, but decided not to. Then what is this? A week or two later, the same thing happens. It's just weird to me. Um, then I would love Big Mike to come up and say what he said, what we were just talking about, because I don't want to steal his thunder at all. Let me look at some of the things. I know y'all commenting. Um, Brother Bernard says, "We got you. This is really getting old." Yeah, it's no problem, bro. It's not a problem, Wolfpack. It's not a problem. I understand. I completely understand. That's why I just said it. We gotta provide, and as a YouTuber, and you have to provide, open forum for multiple thoughts to come in. Yeah, he did, and I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm not Mexican, but so another FBA may not bother them. It bothers me. It bothers me, and I know we don't have a great relationship with Mexicans, but I'm Puerto Rican. My grandma was Puerto Rican, so it bothers me. My son is obviously the same thing, so it bothers me a lot. XL Pro, what's up, bro? Yeah, I have that, and we're gonna look at that in a second. Killed his grandma first, um, and took his stupid ass up to the fucking like, what? It's just what part of the game is I'm not having a good life, so I'm gonna go shoot children. I just don't understand that. I don't know where that comes into a thing. Yeah, bro. What's up, Big Mike? I ain't want to steal your thunder, bro. Because what you kind of mentioned. Um, I ain't got my sound, but I ain't got nothing up, bro. Can you
What's
speak?
up? What's up?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear me? You hear me?
Yeah.
All right, word.
Yeah. This is impromptu, everybody. I probably spent like 15 minutes just getting the description together. I don't mean to offend nobody with the description in terms of false flag, because as I'm thinking about it, it's bothering me. I think when you working and then when you start to actually, I'm sitting here processing it, just like it's hitting me because I put myself in somebody else's shoes. That's what motivates me to move and work. Is like if I was that person, what would I think about? What would I go through? And on the surface, taking it at face value that the reports is real. 14 different babies died. Last what 2-3 weeks of school. Looking forward to the weekend and 14 different families, 28 different parents.
This is sick, man.
Mm.
And if it is a false flag situation, I got feedback.
I got you in 1 second.
All right.
I forgot to switch it. I got to switch it when I have a guest on. That's on me. Is it better now? Go ahead, speak now.
Yo, oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I just got to switch mic settings. So what we got so far? Because I'm not trying to go down an emotional road right now. He killed his grandma. Whatever the pronoun for the shit supposed to be, I don't give a fuck. He killed his grandma. He got a fucking name, male name.
He killed his grandma. Man.
Then he went to the school, and we'll get the details later. Somehow killed 14 children and 1 teacher.
Well, they say he hopped the fence. They say that's how he got access to the school. Was he hopped the fence and got into a classroom. And look, man, I'm speechless on it. I don't really have a stance or an opinion on it at this time because I don't know. It's just I'll tell you something that I found strange. They just mentioned this on the news last week. I heard it myself. They were talking about the Buffalo kid that went in shooting in Buffalo was actually considering an elementary school.
Yeah, I said that right before you hopped on.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I heard this in my living room. So I know it came out of their mouth. And this week, this is what's happening.
I had said before you came on, I said that it's just I just see patterns. The Will Smith attacks Chris Rock from being a comedian. Dave Chappelle gets attacked a week or so later. Fucking Buffalo shit happens, and then another week and a half later or 2 weeks later, this shit happened.
Not even a week.
It's like it's
people. It just happened last Saturday, the 14th. What was last Saturday, the 14th?
Oh, I have to look it up. I'm gonna look it up now because
a little bit over a week.
14th.
Yeah, just 14th. Past a week.
Yeah, 10 days ago. I mean, so like a week and a half.
Yeah,
crazy.
And you can't find the manifesto online. So basically, they just want us to be in the blind. They don't even want us to read it, so we can at least know what we're going up against. At least understand the mentality of these people. They scrub that shit off the internet.
Black and brown unite. Technology is a new cigar. Person is rabbit. Doppelgangers. Dittos, moms, means, copies. What's up, Mr. Goodbread? Peace, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. Goodbread, man, for even going on immediately with that.
Yeah, he was on earlier. I think he went on as soon as Palmer reported it. He hopped on and he went over an article. That's why I seen that video with the senator or whoever that. Yeah, he was the senator.
Yeah.
So
Connecticut. Was he from Connecticut? He's from wherever the Sandy Hook thing. He's from there.
He mentioned it. Right.
So already, before they even have any information, they've already put out and made the determination that this is some kind of lone wolf attack. They don't know. They're not saying why he did it. And you already got senators and Congress people pushing the gun control narrative.
Facts.
Right off the rip. I'm talking about we didn't even know the dude's name, and they already talking about gun control, Roe v. Wade. So this is something political.
I promise you, it's a parent that still don't know right now.
It's people that if this
grandparents that don't know that their baby is, and he's fucking incident pushing this fucking bullshit, this propaganda shit. Gail, I'm with you 160 billion%. I never wanted my son to go to a public school because I never wanted to be affected like this. You know what I mean? Because
it's black people need to get back to the South. I'm reading what Gail said. Shout out to Gail. But people need to start getting back to the South and start getting out of these cities, and get back to these rural areas, and start really galvanizing with your family and your folks. Everybody got people from the South.
Gail says we need to really think about homeschooling our children. Women need to get back the homes, get back to our homes and raising and teaching our children. Absolutely. Instead of trying to be a hot girl summer, worry about a high value man, worrying about your education of the child. When you were barefoot and pregnant, your child wasn't at risk of school shootings. So you want to make sure you wasn't barefoot and pregnant and put your child at risk. You need just like y'all fucking priorities are stupid, and it's just like, yo, bro, there's so much running through my brain, bro. Trying to be patient and let people
the stuff that y'all think is important right now, it is nothing. Like all of this stuff that people are putting so much faith in, cars, clothes, the way you look, stuff like that. That's gonna mean nothing within like the next year. Within the next year, and Good Bread is right. He's right. It is a battle of good versus evil.
15 is the final count.
Well, I think they found the grandmother and she became 15.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I think.
They said a teacher too and 14 children, so it should be 16. So is it 15 children? Yeah, I think I fixed that. Go. I'm 18 dead. He's saying, "Fuck me," because people could have still died since then.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that caused some pretty serious injuries.
He said, "How can he order the fire teacher?" Shout out to.
You could do that on www.thebigmicdrop.com. www.thebigmicdrop.com, and it'll take you to my Shopify. But Good Bread, let me send you a code, man. Actually, let me send you a code. You got Good Bread's contact information?
Yeah, I got him. I got you.
Do that, and before you buy one, man, I'll send you a code, man.
Yeah, they're confirming. That it's at 18. I'm just scrolling down trying to catch up. We copycat. It's man, it's so much running through my brain. I'm just trying to process it, and honestly, get away from crying. That shit was hit me. I could only imagine, bro. Just the empathy aspect of regular week, middle of Tuesday, the beginning of the week, and then your little baby gone. Like, what type of fucking shit is that? Why wouldn't you go to a gym or somewhere where adults are? Why are you going? What the? But it goes to what you just like. Go ahead, say what you were saying.
They want soft targets. They're purposely going for soft targets. They want to go places where, look, if you want to kill niggas, it's places in South Philly you can go kill niggas, but you ain't gonna go over there. You see what I'm saying? Because you know you're gonna catch some resistance. It's Harry over here. What I'm saying? So they're gonna start going to places. What's up, man, Bernard? Like, they're gonna start going to places where our parents go, our grandparents go, places where our kids are gonna be by themselves. It's gonna be places where we aren't at.
Facts.
And these women out here, they need to understand this shit, man. This shit is gonna get real, bro. We're headed to some apocalyptic shit. And I don't mean to cuss, but if you notice, you got Joe Biden saying we're gonna attack China. If China attacks Taiwan, he goes over there and says that shit.
Why the fuck would he say that? Why would he say
that? Don't even care.
Yeah, you got gas prices that are predicted to being upward of $6 per gallon by the summer.
And you're talking about $6 a gallon, and your pay hasn't gone up. How about that?
Your pay isn't going to go up. We don't have baby formula on the shelves right now. And half of y'all got so much shit pumped in your chest that you can't even breastfeed if you had to. Do you realize how utterly serious this situation is going to get?
Real quick.
I hate to keep invoking Kevin Samuels, but when he said winter was coming, he didn't mean the season.
Winter is almost here.
It's coming. It's here for a lot of people right now, and it's almost June.
Yep. Facts.
Gail says Kamala Harris' speech didn't make it any better. I was so disturbed. Hey, Gail, if you have a link to that, please, I'll play it. I didn't hear it. I haven't heard it.
But like I told you guys when I was texting you guys, this is what forces the village. Because like I told you guys, and I just told my wife, I said, if you was a school teacher, I don't care if you are here. I would have told you to come home today. There's nothing to talk about. Yeah. You're coming home. And how many other fathers are saying that right now?
You know what?
Or husbands. I'm just saying.
You know what? I give my mom credit. When 9/11 happened, she came to the school and got us. She got me. She took all of them. She came and got everybody.
Oh yeah.
I heard you, bro. I heard you.
Yeah, man. You don't know what. And every single day, man, we're hearing about these different events and all of this different, these different incidents happening. Some stuff is happening where I live. So I understand that it's real. Real people dying. But no telling what you're gonna wake up and hear today.
Nope.
And no telling how you're gonna have to react or respond to what you hear.
It's crazy.
And it could be in your proximity. It could be your kids off. We gotta stop just dropping our kids off. And I'm glad my child is almost out of school in like a couple.
And the problem is for me.
The problem
is for me. My grandson will be 3. He's only 2 years younger than Noble's son. And then I got a grandson that's about to be 7 months. It's like I got to make that phone call to my son within the next 2 days. I mean, yeah, they just the oldest one just got accepted into a private school, but that don't mean nothing to me no more.
Right.
That means nothing to me anymore. Am I paying, or are we going to be paying? Because I mean, I'm not saying we, but I told him he'll never fall short. But I'm like, are we paying for that to happen to my grandson? Am I literally paying for that to happen to my grandson? Can anybody answer that? You can't even answer that because it's like you're almost paying and hoping that your child come home every day. That's BS, man.
It's so much running through my brain, bro. I sit and think.
It's crazy.
Bro, I sit and think how hard it was when my son's mom started to alienate me from my child. Mm-hmm. And I went to this school. How hard the school fought me to be up there. How many dads around this country are basically deterred and kept away from the school?
Been there, done that.
Hey, bro, I say this. They tried.
Done it.
They tried. I pulled up.
Yeah.
They tried. I pulled up. I want to speak. I want to speak to the principal.
I blocked the buses with my tractor trailer.
Yeah, I want to go.
I feel you, bro.
To the principal. If I can't speak to the principal is responsible to the school board. I'll go as high as I need to go.
Yep.
And yeah, like one thing about it.
Am I breaking up?
Nah,
nobody's breaking up. It might just be her. She might have a storm near her or something. I know they were talking some storms down south somewhere. So it might be affecting the satellite somewhere miles away because, by where I work at, I know that stuff. But yeah. No, you good. Y'all good. Y'all good.
This is what we talked about when we talked about the wolf pack and the wolf pack mentality since, people started wanting to throw around alpha and beta a while back. And, okay, let's talk about the wolf pack. Let's talk about the hierarchy of the wolf pack. Let's talk about the alpha male and the alpha female. You know what I'm saying? Those are two people that could be together. But the reason the pack is constructed and configured the way it is to keep people who can't protect themselves, the wolves can't protect themselves safe. Right. And when you got so many people that are so outside of the boundaries of safety, this is what we're going to see happen, man.
Yep.
We're going to a lot worse than
Well, I had checked last week, and I ain't even saying nothing. Mass shootings. That was just last week. 200. We were at 198.
We have 200 mass shootings this year in this country, or just worldwide. That's too much either way,
dude. If you're gonna keep promoting it on, the news, I'ma see it, or somebody is gonna trigger somebody else.
and that's common sense. The problem. That's the problem.
It's common sense. If Big Mike drop, if my man Noble's already going through something, and Bernard goes out and do it, man, he looked like me. He got the same somewhat speech like me. When it comes to the child support, we can just go off of child support. It would be a frenzy here, bruh. It'd be a problem. It'd be a real problem.
Shout out to Supreme 10 for the $25 cash. I appreciate you, bro.
It's just like you don't trigger somebody else. That's the problem. But you already got the news push.
There was no reason for us to have a 24. Like back in the day, the news used to come
you
on,
see that red, you see that flag come on. What happened? Drop. That means the channel.
The TV.
Hold on, this thing is breaking up.
Okay.
Breaking up signals. For Supreme 10 says breaking up.
Y'all sound fine to me. Y'all.
Let me look at it on YouTube.
It's something.
They probably ain't put in the algorithm to fuck with lives that's talking about it yet.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't know how they do.
Sure about that.
I used to do this on Facebook. I used to go through this on Facebook.
Yeah, they know everybody touching this because a lot of people were just coming on with regular stuff tonight, and I just checked with Black Man Unfiltered because he down there, him and Sir Hill Speaks, and he just responded to me. He said he good, and he said Sir Hill Speaks is all good. Good. They both down in Texas, but I didn't know which area they were in, but I do know those two brothers are good with their kids, and their kids are single digits. But I didn't know which area they were in, but I do know those two brothers are good with their kids.
Sound good to me. Sound good. You heard it, right? Sound good to me.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. I'm texting Cool.
Yeah, send him that link. He can definitely. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna get it. I had to catch my. I went there, bro.
Well, I saw you up there, man. I said, man, let me go save my brother because I'm like, he got a single digit kid, and you can't do nothing but think like I gotta think like this every day. That's a whole nother added stress that our parents didn't have.
That's why I'm saying so much running in my brain, bro. It's, while I was talking, the thing that was running through my brain was this is a part of why the red pill and Manosphere and MGTOW are so angry. It's because and especially with Park Down, it's because those of us have been alienated from our children. Those of us that
oh, I do hear it. I do hear it on YouTube.
Chopping.
Yeah, it's chopping.
It's chopping.
I'm watching on my phone. On the phone, yeah, I can. It's chopping. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Let me think.
Yeah, it's still chopping because I got it live on my phone too.
It's when I speak for whatever reason. My bad. Sorry about that, y'all.
Oh, it's all good.
No, you good. You good. I mean, me and Big Mike will carry you until you can go down and come back up. Me and Big Mike will carry it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
I'm gonna mute up. I'm gonna mute up real fast and see if you hear what you guys are talking.
All right. I hear that.
See if you hear what you guys are talking. All right.
He was just clear right here when he said that.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that. It could have been my phone. I just moved my phone by the mic. I think that's what it was. I didn't even know she was right there.
Yeah, but I just went static too right there.
I'll put this shit in some type of feedback.
Yeah, you still breaking up now.
Yeah, I hear it.
I know there's a few storms some places, and depending on where the satellites are, it'll mess with your stuff.
It's been bad all day here, but the internet been cool. We just had to live with it. I don't know what else to do. I done switched mics already.
Yeah, we'll deal with it. I mean, we got it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I sound to people. They said it was slowing down. Wolfpack said it was slowing down.
Yeah.
Bit Mike was breaking up earlier too. So I don't know if it's just because it's coming through your stream. Okay.
She says my stream because Trash Can Wave, his was clear. I got all my everything is straight. My internet look good. I don't know. I might have to hopefully it's not unbearable. You said it's going down. Big Mike was breaking up earlier too. Let me see.
See you clear right now because I'm listening. So
she said sounds clear now. Yeah, I hear it too. Sound clear to you through your phone too?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so this is one of the main things that's on my mind about this. Fuck it. I'll just start from where my brain is at. This is the conversation I was having with Nathan Daly. Or what I was talking to Nathan Daly about. So he was talking about he mentioned that, we could start our own, we could police ourselves. And that's why I brought up the Nation of Islam, the fruit of Islam. It's for us to be able to protect our children ourselves and protect our neighborhoods more so. Whereas you would have a guy there at every school where our children would be. And from an organized standpoint versus what I was talking about before, or in addition to what I was talking about before, you have ads that are not protected because the school and the mother wants, it's not just black mothers, it's Hispanic ones do it too and the white ones do it too, have to keep this stronghold on the children so they can keep using them to get their fucking rocks off. And this bro, this is exactly the fucking point, bro. This is why feminism is worthless. And that I'm gonna jump to what you were saying, Big Mike, that this is probably, it seems like it is retaliation for Roe versus Wade. Because Roe versus Wade was arguing so you be able to do what? So you be able to kill children. And guess who the target was today?
All children.
All children.
Hey, but I'm gonna say the reason I came up with that and I thought that is because you had a dude on the news that was saying that. He was saying you protect children, you want to protect children in utero, but you don't want to protect them when they get out here. And it was somebody on one of those news outlets that was saying that. I want to say that was on Flipper show, and but he was playing on his show, and I thought it was rather odd because to bring that up and interject that, come at it from that angle, and make it a political argument so early on. I mean, this just happened earlier today. So by the end we're already talking about politics and legislation and gun control and all of this shit is coming up.
You don't have any information. How we don't know that this is close to and what's the other thing? Foster care. Shout out to
yeah, reason. I mean, he was going to say these 4chan rooms is a different type of
It was about it, man. It's like I just told my wife. I said we ain't had this problem when everybody was at home in 2019 or 2020 at home homeschooling because it had to be.
Right.
It's hard to come to somebody's house and do that.
Yeah, they was just safe in quarantine.
Real safe, except safe from your grandma walking across the screen naked. But otherwise,
yeah,
I'm just saying. I'll take that any day of the week.
You in her damn house. Hey,
Yeah.
to you and my
Yeah,
baby.
but I'll take that. But I'll take that any day of the week instead of this.
Eyes.
Yeah,
Right.
close your eyes.
Look away.
I'd rather take this because I think it affected all four of us in a different way, and it's just like I'm like world class, and I know how Gail feels as a woman, and all of us are fathers. It's like you just kind of get messed up, man. You just like, wait a minute, my day was going all right, but here we come. We can't even get a breather from last week. We can't even get a breather from last week.
You know how many of these dads, of these parents, of these 14 children are probably gonna take themselves out?
Bruh.
I will say this: when you at war, you're not getting a breather.
No,
when somebody's attacking you, when somebody's declared war on you, they're not going to give you a breather, and they're not going to give you a heads up. So it's on us to really look at this for what it is. These are acts of war. You attacking kids, you attacking women. These are acts of war. And it's not even from a racial standpoint, because you got I'm sure there were different races of children at this school.
It's mainly by the border. It was mainly
they're kind of avoiding it though. They're kind of avoiding
West Side, what's going on?
About that. West Side, cool it.
West Side,
they're avoiding talking about that, man. For real. And I'm not listening to what they're saying more so than what they're not saying. That's where all of my skepticism comes in at.
Well,
Trigger Man says acts of war. Yeah.
Acts of war. Yeah, somebody run up in your your neighborhood and shoot up your grandmama. But what else is it? We got to stop looking at this shit like we got to stop looking at this like isolated incidents, man. And that's the problem. People want to take it and make it a lone wolf situation.
So 27 school shootings have taken place so far this year in PR.
What?
Bro, I got it. Y'all, well, Gail and all y'all beginning to see how I roll. I'm trying to look it up as we do this live, and I'm just like,
I just said earlier that Nathan was talking about on his live earlier that a lot of shootings that take place don't get reported. You don't sit on the news.
Thank you. I was about to go there, Gail. Exactly. Exactly. And look how the narrative changed for this one, you guys. Oh, it's so sad. Y'all weren't even talking like this last week with Buffalo. You wasn't even using the same words.
And see, the thing with this is, we are all black folks, and we all black folks in the chat probably. And we over here feel with all our feelings about these, and I'm not knocking. A life is a life.
Right.
These are Hispanic children, but see, this is how we are as black folk. We care about everybody in their lives. We put our feet in their shoes. But when it comes down to us, do we get that same?
We don't.
No,
we do not.
We don't get that. We don't get that same love.
Like, you know what? This ain't even our fight. Let's go back to work. Hey,
Trigger Man, hit the link, bro. Hit the link and come in, bro. And say your speech. Speak your piece. He says first. He says act the war. He said that's hyperbole, and he says connect the dots. What is war about it? Well, here's the thing. You got a thing where you have people that are on the outskirts of a certain society. They are not really labeled as. I mean, one boy was Mexican. This boy was so-called Spanish. But he's one of those lighter Spanish ones. And if you have obviously the other dude took down 40-something people? Or he took down 14, so like 12 people in 42 seconds. You have dudes that are trained. A militia, or a gang can start war. War is not just the stuff you see on movies.
According to
I'll say this. Too. Now keep in mind.
Is this Trigger Man?
It's an echo.
That's coming out of me.
Somebody has to mute the YouTube and come back and stream y'all. Just keep streaming y'all.
Nate, that's you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let me try to go out and come back in.
Just take wherever you listen to YouTube. Just close that out.
Oh yeah, let me close that out. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what we're here.
Or you can just mute it.
Yeah, let me just mute it.
According to Nathan's chat, the death toll is at like 21 now, I believe.
Because they just said that was how many children had passed, but there were more injured.
Right, they had taken some to the hospital. Yeah,
It was in the beginning. At the beginning of the report, it was 14 children and 1 adult, right? Not including the grandma.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming people either passing. Still an echo. Whatever you got a YouTube, just close off the YouTube and leave StreamYard tab up.
Yeah, if you want.
All I do is I leave my YouTube up, but I mute my YouTube and I just keep the StreamYard open, so that way I can go back and forth and still type with you guys. That's how.
And cut your phone down if you have it on your phone playing. Cut your phone down.
Yeah. Then you have to include some of them children might have asthma, heart attacks, all of that. Parents might catch heart attacks. Like, it's not just that.
But the kids that went home. See, this is the issue. You don't have to be in the hood no more to be traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
This is where my mindset is. You don't have to be in the hood anymore to be traumatized. These are regular, what we would call in the Black community or in our culture, regular schools, and they're getting the same trauma now.
Right.
Straight facts.
What's going on, Trigger Man?
What's up, bro? What's up?
What was your question?
What's up, Trigger Man?
You said connect the dots. What is war?
Yeah, because I don't understand. Because I understand like the Buffalo shooting. If you want to say that was an act of war against Black people, but this school doesn't seem to be filled with Black people. This is a Hispanic young boy probably shooting some Hispanic kids. So I'm wondering where's like the act of war. What is it about?
You do know the border is not too far from that, right?
Yeah.
You do know one of the main people that the United States fight with is the cartel.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
it's a form of terrorism, bro. That's terrorism. That was a terrorist attack.
I don't know. I mean, you have to prove that there's some political motive to prove terrorism.
Now you really don't.
Terrorism by definition requires a political agenda.
But they report everything, Trigger Man. They're not gonna report that.
But by definition, but what I'm saying, you have to at least present one if you're gonna call it terrorism.
I'm gonna say it's an alt-right plot from one of these far-right groups. And like I said, Hispanic kids don't really identify as anything but white. You actually have a lot of, Mexican kids and Cuban kids that come over that are white supremacists.
Oh, definitely.
They're on 4chan, they're on 8chan.
I definitely agree.
And that the reason I was saying is I'm listening to what they're not saying in this situation is because they're jumping the gun. They don't even have the death toll complete yet. They don't know who's lived and who's died from this yet. They're already saying he was a lone shooter. Oh, we don't know why. There's no social media activity that they're bringing up. You see what I mean? Normally when these things happen, they pull up somebody's Twitters, Facebooks. They're all
right.
over.
But they said they're trying to limit the exposure to him because they don't want to incite or make him famous for the next shooter to become or deem him as a hero. So they're trying to now what they're saying that's what they say they're doing. I'm not saying they're being honest. I'm saying what they're saying they're doing is limiting the information on these shooters because they don't want to paint them as heroes and spread them and make them famous or infamous.
Or if you take that and turn it on this other side and just think about it from another perspective, they don't want the people that are the targets to be in the know about the ideology either. On that same token,
that could very well be the case, but they have exposed his identity. They have exposed his identity. If he's in a particular ideology, he's probably going to spread it. So somewhere he spread it like the Buffalo shooter left a whole manifesto. So if he's the same case, I'm pretty sure that manifesto or something would come out that he had some kind of ideology that led him to do this. But I think we're jumping the gun as we don't have that information right now.
Okay, well, if you go back now and try to look up the Buffalo Shooters Manifesto, it's been scrubbed off the internet.
Yeah, but there was one. We have it. People had it.
Yeah, but like I said, you can't find it on the internet. I wasn't able to get it because I want to be in the know.
Yeah, but I've seen several people cover it. There was definitely a manifesto.
No, I know that. I know there was a manifesto, but you
what
can't
we're
find
saying
it
is
now. What I'm talking
abracadabra
about
now.
is
It's abracadabra.
and I'm a war-minded person. I'm thinking about this from a war standpoint. Now it's time to gather counterintelligence. So the more we know about these people, the more we can use that information to protect ourselves in this case. So, you know, that's why it's important for the story to be out there. If you're going to air the story in the first place, don't air the story and then suppress the truth.
Mm-hmm.
People are in danger because of that.
In a more simpler form than that, to support the fact that it's an act of war, is that, again, a militia or a gang or a group, when you use violence, like we're looking at the actual definition of the word of terrorism from 1795, in specific sense of government intimidation during the reign of terror in France, from March 1793, July 1794, from the French. I'm not even about to try that. My French is horrible. Noted in English by 1795 as a coinage of the revolution, from Latin terror, great fear, dread, alarm, panic, object of fear, cause of alarm, terrible news. I think today's events qualify as terrorism by its definition.
That definition of terrorism, number one, those are not the definition of terrorism. Those are synonyms. Those are things that
No.
are
No.
associated with the terrorism. That's not the definition.
No. This is
You go to etymology. We're not going to the origin of the word. We're trying to go to the
You know, this is
definition
not
of
a
the
thing where
word
you
today.
don't have a preference in it. This is etymology. There's no definition that you have that is superior to this.
That is not a definition.
Sir.
Where's the definition?
Sir, this
I
is
said in the
1790.
specific sense. It's in the specific sense. That's
Right.
not a general definition. That is
It said,
specific.
brother, the root word is here. The root word is here. Terror.
What root word? Terror. Exactly. Terror. Now, terror is it, but that's not terrorism. Terror is the root word. We're trying to get terrorism. Just because a root word doesn't mean it's the same.
What are you talking about?
Just because something has the root word doesn't
So you
mean
think
it's the same.
you think if you have a car and you add a wagon behind it, it changes what the car is?
Oh my God.
Ism is a suffix. The root word
So
is terror.
social, hold on. So the word social and socialism are two different things, aren't they? Yes.
What?
The word social and the word socialism is two different things, isn't it?
No.
Yes, it is, because I can be social. And social means a lot of different things, but socialism is a specific system, is a specific ideology. Thank you.
What are you saying thank you for? That's not a
Because
boom. You
that
don't
is
know
a
what word.
boom. The word, listen, social and socialism is social. It's the root word, but it means two different things, entirely two different things.
Y'all now see why the etymology part saying today.
Bro, we do not have. You need to go to way in etymology just to get to some basic.
Way
See what
in
I'm saying?
etymology. So listen how you associate etymology. Way in it. That means its origin. So what do you see as the root? What does this word say? From social.
Social. Exactly what I just said. What I just
said. Right.
I just said it. It's the same root word.
So this is just an add-on the ism. Do you know what ism means before I click it?
Oh man, we do not have to break down words, bro. We know what socialism.
We have to break down words because you challenge somebody on the meaning of a word.
No. We know what the definition of the word is today. You're trying to go into etymology and break down the word into two different things: the social and the ism. I don't need that. I need to know what socialism means. Look up socialism, not the social and the ism.
What do you see this as?
Let's talk about. Can we stay on the terrorism?
Let's stay on the
Can we stay on? Yeah, what we're talking about on the topic. As far as
I'm not worried about the words. I got two grandsons that are in single digits.
What I'm saying is,
thank you. But he's trying to go deep into etymology and try to find the definition.
Etymology is not deepest foundation.
No, it is deep.
I was really talking to you about socialism. Where did socialism and social come from? We're talking
about because he said terror, because he's trying to use the definition of the word terror to and say it's the same as terrorism, and it's not.
Okay, okay. I mean, let's just go with that. What would constitute a terrorist attack for you?
Yeah.
Once again, I said a terrorist attack necessitates some kind of political agenda, some kind of agenda. If you do not know the agenda, you can't call it a terrorist attack.
Okay, so if it causes terror and people are in panic and can't go out because they're in fear.
The shootings in Chicago cause terror. That's not terrorism. People are in terror. They're in panic. They're in alarm. They're in dread. They're an object of fear.
Now? Where would you say we are right now? You're our leader. What would be your next move for us?
Yeah,
I would. What
would be the next move you request? You know,
this shooting doesn't seem to concern us. That's the woman said.
How's a shooting of 14 children at a damn school not concerning an adult male? Do you have
no, I said no. I said black men. We're talking about black people. Okay, so you're talking about us.
We're talking about.
Oh, so you're talking about human beings.
People. We're talking about human.
You're talking about human beings. You're talking about human beings.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, so you're saying as human beings, how does this concern us? This is This is an act on war on human beings. Is what you're saying?
This is an act on war on decent humanity, man.
On decent humanity. Okay, so this is.
I mean, look. I asked you a question. What are your next moves for us? You're our leader.
I mean, no disrespect, brother, but a lot of things could be charged as act of terrorism on decent human beings. What are you talking? I mean, that's so vague. That's general as hell.
You say that's vague.
When has somebody declared an act of war on human beings? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Never mind, man.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Never mind, Trigger, man.
What you saying, Gail?
You should change
that. An act of war on human beings.
What you saying, Gail?
Nate couldn't stay on the panel, but he put a.
Yeah, I seen it.
I'm sorry, Gail. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just telling him about the message that left in the private chat.
Yeah,
I know
because I don't know if you want to be right. We're giving you the floor to be right. Tell us what to do.
I'm not trying to be right. I don't have
tell
the
us
answers.
What to do. You're obviously coming from a superior standpoint. Give us some direction. Give us something to use. Stop just challenging and obstructing everything. You're worried about how somebody's saying something and all that bullshit. You know what we're talking about. If you don't know what we're talking about, you might be in the wrong place.
Just because I'm challenging your idea, if you can't substantiate your idea, then maybe you shouldn't.
The idea.
Hold on.
You have no idea, sir.
Hold on.
You have no ideas. You have no ideas. You can't tell me what to do with mine. You have no.
I didn't say. I said you can't substantiate, but you can't substantiate.
You can't tell me what to do.
I don't have any.
You get one.
I don't have any.
Okay, well, shut the fuck up about mine. Shut up about my idea. Shut up about my ideas.
Why are you?
I'm not emotional.
It's not
emotional.
We were talking about
black hole.
I said,
no, we're not going nowhere. I gave you an answer. You give us an answer. You didn't give us an answer. So what are you doing? Why are you here?
I just stumbled upon your page looking for information about the shooting.
Off of it if you're going to be obtuse.
I was invited.
If you don't have an idea. If you don't have an idea, you're in the wrong place.
I didn't ask to come up here. I was told to come up here.
But the whole conversation was about people feeling about their children and grandkids.
You're talking about
I don't even know how we
ism and all that bullshit, man.
Clearly, you didn't see me in the chat too just recently. So clearly, I stumbled in later in the conversation. I didn't get the gist of it. I just heard act of war. I heard these things, and I'm like, what is
the gist of it? Was people who have kids and who are worried about their kids.
I have a daughter,
and nothing's wrong with it.
And that's all we were talking about.
Nothing's wrong with sitting back and listening, bro.
He said an act of war.
Until you understand where we at.
Hold on.
He said an act of war. That's what I challenged.
I didn't say that.
Hold on.
He did.
I said,
relax. Hold on. Can't nobody even hear nobody at this point. Let's relax.
Sorry.
We want to substantiate in facts. As you're talking, everybody can see a substantiated fact. You don't have to accept it. But you don't have to accept it because I have everything that you're considering and more is on this page. What the word actually means. Okay, so yeah, I don't. There is nobody on this. There's nobody.
No.
This is a real serious topic.
I'm not trolling. This definition going into etymology, trying to say this proves it when this is clearly not a definition. This is a specific sense. This is literally not a definition. Literally not a definition. There's no definition up here.
Okay, can you
not one?
What it should be then? I mean, I'm not understanding what you're trying.
Can you please go to this Webster's, this Oxford? You can go to the definition. It's English. We're speaking English, so why don't you go to the people who go to the English dictionary?
Did you graduate high school?
Hey, clearly, I graduated high school.
Clearly, he's a grammar teacher.
I'm not a grammar teacher. I'm just asking you to go to a standard dictionary. I'm just asking you to go to a standard dictionary, not an etymology dictionary.
The etymology
exactly, but the etymology tells you where it come from. It don't tell you what the definition is today. It does not tell you what the definition is today.
Okay, you know it's a word for what you just said. Do you know the word of it? The word you just said.
Connotation. You're trying to say it's connotation.
Hey, so what is the connotation?
The denotation can change over time too, sir.
No,
yes, it can.
Talking about?
The denotation of a word can change over time too.
Do you hear what you're saying? Do you know what denotation means?
Oh my God!
I mean, this is not.
It's not going.
This is time wasted.
Not productive.
It's not time wasted. Pull up the definition of terrorism. The actual definition, not the etymology. The definition. But you won't, right? Because you won't, because it will give you what I told you it was.
Let me pull up this goddamn definition, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
But the problem is, it's a fucking definition.
No, it's not a definition. That's the etymology. You just went to the origin of the word. That's not a definition.
Hey, okay, I got the definition up, right? The unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians in the pursuit of a political aim.
Thank you. That's what I said. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's talk about what a political aim could be.
Thank you.
For you to come on and say that it's not, you must have some proof that it's not.
No. I don't say it's not. No. Listen, you're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say that it's not a political agenda. I asked you for the political agenda since you stated it was an act of terrorism. You need to provide that means you provided the agenda. Since you know it's terrorism.
But when I told you about manifestos,
and he also said terrorism. Thank you. He said both.
Christ. It wasn't about whether he said it both. It's about what he said first. That's why you came up being first.
But I challenged that, and I challenged the terrorism.
You don't understand how first works.
You've challenged everything. You still have no.
I challenged two things. I didn't challenge.
You still have no answers.
I didn't say I have any answer. I challenged the act of war.
I suggest you get answers if your daughter goes to school. You probably want to have some answers.
Listen, bro.
You might want to find some answers.
It brings it back home because you've proven why homeschooling is extremely important. Because people don't know what words mean. They don't know what root words mean.
You think you going to the root word, but he just pulled up the definition. I knew what the word meant. You going to the root definition. He read the word.
Because you're a consumer. You're picking.
Exactly. There you go. All the condescension, and you're intellectually above everybody.
You think you have a choice on what words mean. These words that we're using.
He just read the definition, sir.
Bro, the definition is right there. It's right there.
That is not a definition. That's the origin of the word.
So let's.
They gave you where it originated from. They didn't give you
anything lost can be found, but time wasted can never be found again. And what we're doing is wasting time.
We are. That's a fact. Because you're not competent enough to understand basics.
I don't care. Once again, I don't care about who's right. It's about what's right. What's right about now. We were talking about what happened.
Hey, hold on. Let's talk about it. Let's go to the FBI. I'm at the FBI's definition of terrorism. Okay, so you have two different types, and it's according to the FBI, FBI.com. International terrorism. Hold on. International terrorism, and you got domestic terrorism. Domestic terrorism is violent criminal acts committed by individuals and or groups to further ideological goals stemming from domestic influences, such as those of political, religion, social, racial, or environmental nature.
My point exactly.
No, that wasn't your point.
That was my point.
You actually said it had to be a political.
Excuse me.
That is
political. It could be religion. It could be ideology.
You didn't say all that, bro. You can't go back.
I know. I didn't.
You asked for the definition.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You had it in part. You had it in part. You had it in part.
But you didn't have it in nothing. You didn't have it in zero.
I have it in everything.
You had it in nothing.
I still think what it is, bro. I'm not here to argue grammar with you.
I'm not arguing grammar. I'm arguing definition of terms.
I don't give a shit about the definition of a term. I'm 44 years old.
Exactly.
I know what terrorism looks like.
You're using words that you don't care about the definition of a term. Why are you using a word you don't care about the definition of it?
Folks.
Man, nigga.
What's up?
Dirty?
Hey, what up, Dirty?
Y'all know we came in because Gail asked me to, and she the
Right.
YouTube
Hey,
game
the girl.
coordinator. So
Yeah, Tyler
Dirty
coordinator.
folks, what's good, man?
man, I
What's
can't.
your take
call
on this so far? From what you know, just the overall, not this conversation. This conversation is stupid, but you know,
Just slid in, man. I just hopped off another dumbass thread for Essence TV, man. I did it because my man got a show on Redbox. But goddamn, why would you put me on a show with 4 pastors? Me? Really? All right. Anyway.
Yeah, that one right because you know they want.
Oh, they were asking for it, dirty folks.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's the discussion, man? What we talking about?
Well, Big Mike, what Big Mike has like right before I went on live. It's just like I said, I was looking at like some consistencies. It started kind of with Will getting popped on stage. Popping somebody on stage. Then you got freaking Dave Chappelle getting attacked. So then you freaking got the Buffalo attack, and then you got this shit, and all this shit like a week or two apart. And I'm saying a thing where it's like it seems like it's an agenda to trigger people, like to get them to do shit that's wild. I'm saying a consistent.
That's true.
And along with that, even on a smaller scale, on a micro scale, you got fads, you got a little different, like the trill rap and shit. Like you just see consistencies with things where people are easily triggered to snap off, and it's just weird, man. It's just really weird that these type of things are happening much more frequent. Whereas when something happens, these younger minded people are like jumping out the window on shit. You know what I mean? That's just what I see.
It is what you see, but it's not that weird. Nah, it's not weird. That's what they're supposed to do. Let me explain something to you.
The mic going out.
Your mic is low.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can work that out.
My
mic was low on the other
now. You just okay.
All right. So this is the thing. The thing is to create and promote outrage so that people have something to concentrate on, right? So crime has always happened. I'll give you a perfect example. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. In 2000, when Obama get elected, 2008.
8.
So
yeah.
So in 2010, Chicago was trying to get the Olympic bid for the 2020 Olympics, right? So we put our bid in. This is what happened in Chicago. I lived through it. I saw this. Chicago has always been Chicago. You understand that, right? We always been known for Al Capone and Larry Hoover and everything else, right? We always been that. When Chicago tried to get the Olympic bid, they tore down the projects. They set up 5G towers everywhere, hoping that they got the Olympics because they were going to make the projects an Olympic Village. And what the mayor did was he put a moratorium on all violent news. So all of a sudden, everything's a puppy story on the news, right? So we never stopped shooting. People never stopped getting robbed. None of that. But they made Chicago, media-wise, a safe space, right? They brought Barack Obama saying, "Yo, we need the Olympics in Chicago." They had Michael Jordan, they had Oprah Winfrey. They were like, "Chicago's a great city." They showing the skyline, they showing the Lake Michigan. They're like, "Chicago's great. Bring the Olympics here." And I was finding out about mass shootings in Chicago from MSNBC and you know what I'm saying, and CNN. Chicago had to promote Chicago news after the nation picked it up because we had a moratorium on anything that wasn't puppy and kittens. You feel what I'm saying?
Not bad.
That's actually one of my sounds. Anyway, because you know Tyler's gonna talk. So
I'm getting your channel.
So you gotta understand, bro, that that if they're promoting this, it's like promoting ugly women, right? So, I'm just being honest. I told my dad in 2008, I said, "Pop, we lost the gender war." He didn't understand. I said, and I remember it was 2008 because Michael Jackson died and Sony bought the Beatles, and they had this big poster on the wall that said Beatles now available on iTunes. And I said, "Yo, Pops, Michael Jackson mama sold them out." And then my dad listens to what's the name of that radio station? The talk radio station. Anyway, and he was like, they had this thing about the Karens suing Mattel over Barbie because Barbie had a false representation on female beauty. I said, "Pops, We lost the gender war. All you're gonna see is fat chicks on commercials from now on. Boom, pass all lady. So all of a sudden, you have these same chicks who used to hold a purse for the cute friends at the club. Now they on social media talking about I got a vagina, you should treat me as a dime because of body sensitivity, body positivity. You got these same chicks that's raising these terrorists going out here and crying, saying I don't know what's going on, why they shooting up schools in Texas and shooting up grocery stores in Buffalo, New York. And the reason they're broadcasting all this is so you'll be upset. So you don't pay attention to this. What's gas now, like $28 a gallon? Like, so you don't pay attention to everything else going around that you can change, but now you don't trust your neighbors. You don't even trust your lovers. You know what I'm saying? So all that's the overlay for the underplay, man. I don't pay attention to none of that, bro.
Well, I'll say this. I get it. What you're saying is it's just a part of the game. It's the schedule. But what are we supposed to do about it? Keep letting it go?
I think you're doing something about it, bro. This is the first time since this nation was created, and I don't think we use it right, but this is the first time that heterosexual, tawny, and swarthy men had the opportunity to say what's on our mind.
I agree.
In the history of this nation. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking Paul Revere. We're not talking Oprah Winfrey. This is the first time we have the opportunity to talk about it. And I like World Class because he talks about different topics. Because I don't like talking about toddlers all the time. But that's what's so crazy, that when we have a chance to talk about anything in the world, we talk about fat chicks. I don't understand it. But these platforms are what we can do about it. We are the counterculture news. People call you conspiracy theorists. They say you wearing tinfoil hats. They'll say whatever they want to say. But this is the discussion. This is the dialogue. You know what I'm saying? From this dialogue, then this is where content is built, right? So you got all these women, all these men ain't shit stories coming from the Oprah Winfreys and the Sally Jesse Raphaels. You know what I'm saying? That condition women to say men ain't nothing. So now you get the Real Housewives. You get Tyler Perry, because they were conditioned through that type of media to say this is a viable, this is what pays, right? We have an opportunity to do what they called an anomaly. The Best Man as a movie wasn't supposed to work. Love Jones wasn't supposed to work. These were small budget movies that blew up because they told real American experiences with a black face, right? Yeah. We are the black face, man. You know what I'm saying? So you doing your part, bro. You keep it up. Boy, you doing a good job.
What was the problem when you did it, right?
Dirty folks, my dude, boy.
Like this, again, my little boy is 5. I've been a goddad since I was 15. My goddaughter is 21. I have little nieces. I have one little niece, another big niece. My homeboy, his daughter is like a couple months older than my son. Most of my homeboys have little people with a single digit, you know, and it bothers me. When you hear it, it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's bad. Oh, it's over in Texas. And I'm like, damn. When you do the human thing and you put yourself in that same, you know, those same shoes, if you was to get that call that your little person that you did homework with, that you didn't talk to them, that school was safe, that you had to fight with them a couple of years ago, to leave them there at pre-K and at daycare.
I'm gonna have to go deeper than that. It's worse when you know your child is not coming out that school to be reunited with you and you still looking. How about that feeling? See, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with this conversation. I don't know how we got on that other bullshit, and that's exactly what it was. But when you're that parent and you go to the school and you still looking for your child that's not coming out to school and everybody else is hugging their child, that feeling.
You're gonna hear that the name of that school or past the name of that school, and that's where the baby died. Like, that shit right there, crazy. That's crazy, man.
I'm shook up about it right now, and I have my son and daughter, you know what I'm saying? But putting myself is what we call MPA, multiple perspective advantage, right? Is where you get out of yourself and look at the situations at multiple perspectives. You put yourself in somebody else's shoes.
I finally got a name for that. I appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? And it's multiple perspective advantage, you know, MPA. So, you know, it's like when I did that after you, I saw how you reacted before Gail came up and Big Mike came up and said, I gotta hurry up and get up here and support you. Because I'm like, I feel it. I felt it. I'm like, it's like Gail said, it has nothing to do with race at this point. It's just like it's a child.
Yeah.
It's a child. Children did not ask to be here.
Facts.
We sent for them. We sent for them and they came here. They didn't ask to be here. We sent for them when we laid down.
That's why
and now you have a relationship with them. And then you standing at the school right now, any of us right now on this panel, and your child didn't come out. So they don't really want to tell you, but it's like, oh no. Then you in this denial stage and you done lost your mind. You pretty much done lost your mind within a split second of knowing that. No, man, who wants that feeling?
It's heavy, man.
Who wants that?
Shout out to Bernard for reminding me why I need a girlfriend, because I felt no empathy, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're an empathetic brother. Shout out to you.
Yeah, empathy is hard to come by.
I'm just saying, bro, you know, it's like it'll humble you. Something like that'll humble you.
Yeah.
No matter who you are as a man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because you don't have empathy, I can rock with you and Big Mike like that because I've been in the streets, learn how not to have it.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I didn't watch
I'm actually an empathetic person. I can actually put myself in other people's shoes.
Yeah. But it's always safer not to too sometimes.
Now I'm with you. I got empathy for certain things, but I didn't follow the story. Like I heard about it earlier. Right. But I didn't watch the news clips on it. So I
mean, but can I say this too, Noble, real quick?
Go ahead.
But I will say this. I think a lot of people tune it out by doubting what they're seeing. And I think that's a way of coping with seeing traumatic things as well.
Facts. That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying you were dirty.
A lot of people can't. A lot of people can't engage that shit directly, man. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you can't.
A lot of people's confidence is based off dismissiveness, and this society that we have, this type of I want to be specific. This consumerism that we have, where we got a lot of intake, a lot of media, allows a platform, allows a place where you can constantly be dismissive and pass yourself off as a responsible person. And you get in the habit of that. And I say this a lot. I've said this a few times, but I tell people you got to really study the brain. Like that's really where I built my strength, studying how the brain works. Our people, fuck everybody else, our people are chemically dependent on dismissiveness. Bad news come in, I'm one of them. Because I'm from Baltimore, bro. I mean, dudes out in dashed up, they got their shit blown the fuck off. They done got murdered. Like this niggas just died, and it's like, oh damn, shorty got popped, or and then keep rocking. Like you just build a
in certain environments that becomes a protective survival mechanism. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying this is the case with you brothers, but y'all brothers are both from the north. You know, urban areas, major urban centers.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, you know, different places, we don't necessarily have to have our head on a swivel like that growing up. So you do get an opportunity to kind of connect with people and you know, build connections and things that last. And, you know, people die and unfortunate things happen, but it's not like it is in some of our inner cities. Like I got cousins from Philly, you know what I'm saying? South Philly, they look at life totally different.
Yeah.
Then I look at life. But I don't say anything's wrong with them for that. It's just a matter of nature versus nurture. Because I'm sure all of our parents taught us the same thing, damn near.
I found myself doing what Dirty Folks was saying earlier, just because, you know, I heard the story. Like Goodbird said, you know, Palmer, he said it while he was in the middle of his live. And I was like, oh, damn. You know, you just used to hearing it. Then I'm like, I'm sitting here. I look at a few things, and then I looked. I didn't get to the video yet where he killed his grandmother. I'm like, nigga, you killed your grandmother.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was like, wow.
Like, what? And then it's like you see that video and you really see. Man, I get it. I mean, I know I'm well aware of the false flag attacks. I'm well aware of it. We know actual government admitted false flag attacks. People got the documents and et cetera, but see children running, man, and think about, I immediately went to my son's school.
Right.
And my brain went, nigga, you don't got no protocol. Let's stop that. And that shit just blew me. I was like, God.
That's what catch people flat-footed, man, is this school of perpetual doubt on everything. It's just like religion, dude. And Durkheim talks about that in sociology. Is, you know, religion is a form of suicide. Religion is just like suicide. Checking out is just like not being here. It doesn't matter what you check out to. If you check out to perpetual doubt, or you check out to a cosmic being that's going to take care of everything and you ain't got to do nothing, you're still not a part of the fight. Like my brother on here, you don't even recognize there's a war. You don't even recognize it. We can't depend on you to fight in it. We can't depend on you. And we definitely can't stop to save you.
A war against what?
Dude, you're not there. You're not there.
Please define the war.
I don't have to define it. If you
there's never been a war that hadn't a defined enemy. There's a war on drugs, a war on terror. These things were vague. That's why they failed. That's why they failed, because they're undefined. You can't define. If you can't define your enemy, you can't kill the enemy. You can't kill the enemy.
Don't even survive wars, bro. Don't worry about it.
You can't destroy the enemy. You can talk that, but I'm saying something very basic. I'm saying something very basic.
Let's be in order. Let's be in order.
Y'all talked all the time. I was quiet. I was on mute.
All right, I'm just saying, let's be in order. You got the floor. Go ahead. You cannot kill an enemy you cannot define. Period. If your enemy does not have a set definition, if you do not know exactly who your enemy is, exactly what it is, you cannot kill it. You cannot destroy it. So there's no point to saying, when I ask what the war is about, what it's on, who is it, if you can't define that, then you can't win it.
So nobody's ever been attacked by an unknown enemy.
Then they define the enemy.
Have you ever read The Art of War?
They find who the enemy is, right?
You ever read The Art of War?
It definitely says know thy enemy in The Art of War.
It says know thy enemy if you have to, but your enemy does not have to make him or herself known, bro. That's how
it's for you to know.
Right. So a lot of times when you're getting attacked, when you get ambushed, you know why that happens? Because you don't know who your enemy is.
Right.
You haven't found anything to identify him. Have you ever been in the military? Are you familiar with these things? I'm just asking.
Thank you. Shout out to X.
I'm actually in the military.
You're in the military. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in the military as well.
Salute to that.
Yeah, salute to you as well.
I knew that.
So you say what? I'm sorry, Gail?
You stepping down, Gail?
No, I'm getting ready to step down. Yeah, I thought y'all knew this dude was, I don't know if he called trans though, but he dressing women, you know.
Yeah, I did.
So now do we have our political belief, Trigger Man?
What I didn't see it. What was it?
The shooter was obviously a transgender LGBT leftist. So now do we have our political?
I don't know if that's what the shooting was about. It could be. Once again, I'm not dismissing it. I'm not saying
can we suspect that that's it? Can we not?
You can. Yes, you can suspect it.
Can we not say with such certainty what somebody?
No, you can't say certainty though.
Can we say with some certainty what somebody else don't know at this stage in the game?
We can say that it's a possibility. You cannot define.
We can say that we're still trying to figure it out, and nothing's off the table. Okay.
Exactly,
I'm rolling with Trigger Man. Trigger Man, I'm on your side, bro. I'm on your side.
I'm just erring for caution. That's it.
No. You're not erring for caution, but I'm on your side. I'll tell you why I'm on your side. Because you can't fight a noun, right? You can't fight drugs. You can't fight
terror.
Oh, you can fight a terrorist, but
you can't fight terror.
You can fight terror,
you
but
now you're on my side, dirty folk. There we go.
You said you can't fight a noun. It's a noun.
No. Terror is a verb, because I'm not terror. I don't feel terrorized sitting in my home. There's something that goes on for me to feel terror. You know what I'm saying? My job as an American is to fight all terrorists, both foreign and domestic. I have a particular enemy, right? Because I sleep with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? I go to war with toddlers all the time because I go systematically everybody's ops. That's some Chicago shit. But everybody's ops until they not. So everybody's a terrorist to me unless they on my team. I don't think that there's any neutrals in this space. You know what I'm saying? When you
I agree with that.
when you decide that you're engaging in domestic war, right? The first thing you do is you say, who is not with me? And then you have two choices. You can go the diplomatic route and try to get them to come with you. Or if that doesn't work, if dollar diplomacy doesn't work, then you say, yo, you stay over there and I stay over here. But if you come over here, I'm laying everybody down. Those are the choices. Either you're with me or you're against me. Or you could go Beanie Siegel, you know what I'm saying, get down or lay down. You don't have the numbers to do that, so you have to be diplomatic. And there's steps that you have to take in order to procure your own safety. I think that Tony men in general are horrible at protection because 90% of protection is prevention and guys are reactive instead of proactive. I think that the 90% that you can prevent school shootings by building a school. I ain't on the Umar Johnson stuff, but I mean, when you really look at it, when you secure your perimeter, when you secure your children, when you put them in a proper space, which even goes back to what Bernard was saying, like the feeling to think that your kid is in a safe space and they weren't. But who's securing that space? An old security guard dude and a bunch of 26-year-old women? Like, that's not a secure space for your kids to be in, just so they can learn how to be gay. Like, yeah. But so there's a war on education even before the shooting. You know what I'm saying? I remember Farrakhan made a speech one time. He said, man, when we were in school, you had to learn 2 languages and an instrument. By the time I got to school, it was 1 language. And while I was in school, they took out comprehension classes, which y'all really need because nobody comprehends shit. Shout out to World Class for always bringing up definitions. Then it went from taking out comprehension to No Child Left Behind. Y'all the No Child Left Behind generation, which everybody get a participation trophy. We're not going to fail you. You ain't got to know nothing. And now the nation is 70% functional illiterates. So the war, you say you can't name an enemy. You know school teachers, but they the enemy. I can recognize them as the enemy because they fell on the kids. In Chicago, 53% of all black boys don't graduate from high school. 53%. You telling me these teachers ain't their enemy? The curriculum not their enemy? The policies ain't their enemy? I can name enemies. I can tangibly name them. Just because they don't have a gun don't mean they ain't ops.
Facts.
You can name enemies in education. I'm asking you to name the enemy in this situation. In all these shootings, can you point to a commonality that combines all these people to say, okay, this is how we identify our enemy?
Every day I could think of 20 reasons to kill somebody. I just don't. You don't have to have a commonality. There's not
can identify the enemy. There's a commonality to your enemy.
No. It doesn't have to be. Girls do something 3 times a day you would kill another man for. You just don't kill them. Men do something that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it just is what it is. Every person on this panel except Gail, every man on this panel has walked past the dude, perfect stranger, no threat, and just sized them up like, yo, if you went down, could I take this dude?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. And even if I don't know you, I'm walking down the street, I size every man up just in case.
Especially if I don't know you.
That has nothing to do with war.
But listen, man.
That's everyday shit, bro. That's everyday shit. Y'all talking about war.
Look, we're all the way off the topic, man. We're talking about relationships and everything right now.
One second.
So I don't know how we got here off of this.
Trigger Man, how old are you? How old are you, Trigger Man?
I'm 34.
34. Okay.
My little brother, 34.
I'm 36.
I'm literally just asking for a common. I'm with y'all. I'm literally just asking for a common enemy. Like, who is the enemy if this is a war?
Do you think? Okay, I think one thing that you could say about the last 3 of them, they've been what, 18?
So all 18-year-olds?
No.
What? I'm asking. I'm telling you.
Okay, they're 18-year-old white guys that go to certain websites. That's all. That's what I feel like is happening. Go ahead. What's up, Westside?
Go ahead, bro.
What's up, Big Mike? Much respect. Nobody, how you doing? Much respect to your platform and everybody on the panel here. Much respect to y'all. I have to go by when I look at these stats on FBI.gov, and when they identify what a domestic terrorist is, it is a white male. But I don't know if y'all mentioned this. Let me know if I'm repeating anything like that.
No,
but
we ain't got. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay, but it's a white male. It's not me saying this is not the blickety black people, whatever. And I'm not with none of that crap. I'm just saying what the FBI.gov is saying is ages between, really should be 16, but 18 to 26 is the most dangerous person or domestic terrorist within this country here. So when you're talking about who's the insurgent, sir, Trigger Man, I would say if the FBI.gov and the government saying that, I think that's what we need to look at in terms of who's causing harm to us within this country. I think that's pretty fair. Possibly.
No, I agree. I agree with that. That's the group it's coming out of, but you can't declare war on 18 to 26-year-old white males because
I'm not saying declaring war.
I'm saying declare war.
But they said war. They said there's an act of war.
It's an act of war.
He said an act of war. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm not declaring, and we don't want to use that language on this platform too. We don't want to declare.
But he used war.
No. I'm not going to use that language. I don't want to get my man's stuff shut down.
Right.
They're very, so I want to use. Yeah, I want to use different language.
But he used the word war. That's what I'm saying. We got to roll that back so we can just actually address the actual issue because we don't need the hyperbole of war and terrorism.
Well, why are you twisting what I said? I said somebody walking into a store and killing your grandmothers and shooting down people, that's an act of war.
No, what Buffalo did, because he had a political agenda. If he would have been
Iranian and did that, bro.
He had a political agenda.
Did that. Just imagine if any of these
he had a manifesto. He literally had a political agenda on why he did it. That was an act of terrorism. This one you do not know.
So I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, and I wasn't here earlier, whatever, but Big Mike saying he didn't say that. I'm going along with it. Well, what I'm saying is what the FBI.gov is saying. Forget what whatever's saying. I'm saying what the FBI.gov is saying. You know what I mean? They're identifying these people, and this is not like some he say conspiracy. They're identifying these people as such. Now, I'm not going to use that W word because we already said that enough. I don't want to get this flagged. All I'm saying is, if that's what those people are saying, well, we have to look at that and go, okay, what is that about? And we have to look at the people that want to be associated with their clubs, right? There's a lot of people that are labeled white Hispanic, white Asian, that are part of these clubs, that are part of these extremist groups doing the deeds, right? That's what I'm saying. So we have to look at each group that's part of the WIC program, identifying them as the white inferiority complex, the extremist groups, right? It all trickles down to Asians, Hispanics, Middle Easterners. They're all, again, you can study prison. They're all linked up against who? Us. We're a walkie-talkie.
Y'all full of acronyms today, man. I like y'all acronyms.
Hey, Westside be bringing it, bro.
Got all
Westside, my dude.
I'm about to hop down with Noble.
Huh?
I'm about to hop down. Check the private chat for that link.
Yeah, I was looking for,
if you're interested, because it's really just kind of disturbing, honestly. But
and one last thing. I want to say that I'm sorry, I'm talking much. There's another agenda behind this too. Behind the Second Amendment also. So you have this thing about, the fear of this, they say the AW, right? And it's not an AW, okay? If you know what an AR is and what it stands for, you understand that, okay? So it's not an AW. This is not military grade weapons. It's not a fully automatic weapon and nothing like that. This is about, if you study our history, us, whether it be in slavery, post-slavery, or pre-slavery, we couldn't have certain things in possession. So they would come to our towns with these rifles, with these etceteras, and blow us down. So if you look at government tyranny, if you study the whole scenario behind that and the strategy behind that, you will know why they're doing certain things every week and so forth and so on. Now, I'm not saying this didn't happen or nothing like that, but what I'm saying is, if the head honcho is pushing these agendas against the Second Amendment, you have to ask, why are they doing that? You know what I mean?
I can respect that. I can respect that analysis of it. If someone would say, "Hey, they're coming after the Second Amendment with this," we're not going to go in detail in that. I can respect that. I was just challenging a vague sense of, this is an act of war, this is terrorism. I think we need to be more specific and actually come up with solutions, because if you're vague like that, you can't come up with a solution.
We know the solution is stay at home. The solution is stay at home.
Not vague. Is it starting to look more like what I said in the beginning?
Exactly, Westside. Exactly.
Stay at home. Have the kids be
Because when we were going through 2020,
right,
and everybody was at home, we didn't have this news.
Yeah, have the kids be at home. That's the solution right there for that. Have the kids be at home. That's a solution.
Salute to that.
Hey, let me.
But is that practical? Is that practical for everyone?
It has to be.
I'll go finish that.
It has to be. This is a big issue. It has to be.
It has to be.
And it's happened before over the last 2 years.
It literally can't. You have an economic system that depends on people going to work. You can't.
You just did it like 2 years ago. It just happened.
No, you didn't. There were essential workers. I had to go to work, sir.
Oh, I did.
The people. No. I wasn't even in the military then.
1 second.
I just recently joined the military. That was
what branch,
sir?
To work. What branch, Trigger Man?
Navy.
Okay. What's your
once again?
Appreciate you.
I had to go to work because the distribution chain has to continue. You have to eat.
Real quick, let me.
Everybody can't stay home.
Let me play Kamala Harris before. Gail, you leave yet? All right, let me.
I'm still here. I'm looking at this saying it's like 1 minute and 39 seconds. I think it was longer than that, but I guess you can go kind of move up a little bit in the video.
Why does Kamala talk?
To where you see her kind of pass back. You got it. I don't hear the sound.
We probably don't need to hear it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, honestly, it's.
You hear it? You can't hear
not
it?
yet.
No, I don't hear a sound, but you're right about that. It's just like.
But I do look around.
There it is.
That to the people of Uvalde, please know that this is a room full of leaders who grieve with you. And we are praying for you, and we stand with you. And it is difficult at a time like this to think about much else. But I do look around this room, and I know who is here. And I know this is a room full of American leaders who know and have the courage to take a stand. And so let us tonight, as we do every time we all get together, recommit ourselves to having the courage to take action. And so that does bring me to the leaders who are in this room and the leaders of APACS. And again, I want to thank Chairwoman Judy Chu for that kind introduction. As a former member of KPAC, I had the opportunity to see her leadership firsthand, and she is truly a national leader who lifts up the people of our country. And of course, I'm honored tonight to be with Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland, APAC's board chair, Susan Jin Davis, and all of the federal, state, and local elected officials who are here, and so many friends.
You're listening to Vice President Kamala Harris speak at an event in D.C. right now about the events that unfolded in Uvalde.
Whatever.
See what's made about her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then later
on
in this quote unquote speech, all of a sudden she cracked a little joke and then the whole room laughing. I'm like, what the hell is this about? Like, this is not a time to be laughing.
It's a joke when brown skin people die.
But you saw what she made about her and the beautiful introduction she got coming up there. And like,
but our cousins, and I'm not including West Side because I'll be watching your channel, brother. Our cousins and baby boomers and mamas and grandmamas voted for that.
Okay, here's the thing with that. Here's the thing. But hold on, wait. I got something to say about that. But
talk about it.
Two things real quick. Number one, don't listen to women with clothes on. They never talk about nothing.
Make me sick.
Bruh.
Which even goes back to the definition of what they said a domestic terrorist was, which was a white male, which isn't true because that means that only white males are American, right? That's just like saying the definition of narcissism says a man that blah, blah, blah. But my IG is full of narcissistic women. You can't put a race or a gender on certain things except when girls talk with clothes on. So
why is that the only exception?
Oh, because girls, they don't talk about shit, bro. Like, everything a girl talk about is vaginal. We're the life bringers. Everything that a woman does that's not with clothes on, it's to emulate a man. I could just cut through the middleman and go straight to the man you learned it from. I don't need you to tell me nothing that somebody else already told you.
But
And then you're not gonna
I'm asking, why is that the only thing that's an exception?
Oh, because they never
Not by
historically.
what they do. Why is that an exception? And nothing else can be an exception.
Because everything else is based on a national trend, right? So when you're looking at, because there's no national definition to don't listen to girls with clothes on. When you talk of, if I'm American, forget the black stuff. If I'm American, as an American, my job is to defend America from all threats, both foreign and domestic, right? As an American, the Arab that works at the airport has the same amount of rights as I have, regardless of how suspicious you are of them because he's Arab. As an American, the Tawnies and the Swarthies have the same ability to be doctors or cab drivers or police officers as any other American, no matter how much that you're culturally taught to deflect from all positions of authority. Y'all don't realize that, but y'all taught not to be in authority positions. Y'all taught to get money. Y'all never taught to get power. So, but as a natural law thing, I don't care what country you're in the world, and nothing a girl ever said with clothes on really made sense. So that's why I said that. But the other thing I want to say about the Kamala speech or lack thereof is it sounds like when she said, you know what we need to do, that sounds like a deference to the Second Amendment. So now you're looking at Joe Biden, who wasn't elected by the people, right? That's why the Democrats fought so hard. And I'm not even being political about it. I'm just telling you, that's why the Democrats fought so hard to keep a moratorium until after the election. Joe Biden, in my lifetime, I'm 43 years old. In my lifetime, I could tell you the three most popular presidents ever. Ronald Reagan. I didn't vote for him. I was alive. You know what I'm saying? Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. Right?
What about Bush?
Bush 2 was pretty popular. He popular.
Bush 1 was probably the most qualified president we ever had, but he wasn't popular.
Bush 2 though.
But he wasn't in the top 3. This is my point. If you add the votes for
popular
Reagan,
with us? You mean popular with us?
I mean popular vote. Who got the popular vote?
My fault.
You know what I'm saying? Because Bush got split with like a bunch of stuff happened. So you look at Clinton, Reagan, and Obama. You can add them up, all the votes they got. And Biden got more votes than all three of them combined, minus 10 million. Biden got 20 million more votes than it is registered Democrats. Biden got 81 million votes. There's only 60 million registered Democrats. And I saw his speaking engagement. There was 12 people there. You know what I'm saying? Biden. So they said all of a sudden there was an influx of all these mail-in ballots because it was the lowest voting ever because, Corona.
Hey, dirty folks, can I say something real fast? I just want to give y'all a suggestion. Again, much respect to you. I had a video taken down about this politic thing. I had a guest on my thing talk about the ballot and votes. And they took the video down. Basically, one of the community guidelines on YouTube now is not to talk about this. I just want to put that out there. That's why I'm saying.
Say less.
Yeah. So allegedly YouTube. So
all I'm saying is that if you stuff the ballot box, I do blame the boomers and the liberals.
Shout out to my niece right there.
But it's not enough boomers and liberals to get Biden in because Obama did more to make black men not Democrat. I'm not gonna say Republican, but to be independent or whatever. After saying when we got in, we got nothing. If you look in Atlanta, you look in Chicago, you look at New York, black mayor means nothing. So you're like, okay. So you're like, okay, cool. I'm outside the political process. So black guys didn't vote for Biden because we already gave Obama 2 shots and we ain't getting nothing. Kamala had a 2% voter rate when she was running for president, and that's with a plus minus 2%. So she really a zero chick, and they threw her on the ticket, and now she the spokesperson. It's crazy, bro. So I don't listen to Kamala because nobody listen to Kamala. All of a sudden, she chucks some pearls when she the VP, but ain't nobody vote for her when she was running for president. I don't pay these toddlers no attention, man.
You know, again, much respect, dirty folks. You know what I'm saying, but I got a difference of opinion on what American is and what a domestic terrorist is. I consider anybody that is, you know, with 2 legs and 2 arms and 2 eyes a human. But I'm gonna say this on here, and how I say on my platform, I don't consider these foreigners American at all. I don't care if they were naturalized. I don't care if they were born here. They ain't me. They ain't my family's lineage, and they ain't American. Just like when I go over there to Kuwait, when I go over wherever over there, I'm not them, and they know that, and they will never accept me. And it's not about acceptance, it's about that's not who they are. And these people that have been coming over here illegally, they are definitely not American, dropping their babies off and dealing with their mess. They are not American at all. They can go back where they came from.
Here's what I'm going to give you.
Because they cause a lot of issues too. We don't. Did y'all know all these accidents in this country, especially in Texas? Do y'all know what's going on? How many hit and runs and people they're killing just with accidents? If you know the real numbers, what's going on just based off that, besides the drugs and violence and kidnapping and all this, this is a huge problem. Then we have on top of that, we have this domestic terrorist that the FBI is saying. Y'all know what color is or what I'm just saying what they saying. But when I look at history, everywhere these people go, I'm not going to say the name, but I'll say Nazi Zionists. Everywhere they go, there's always an issue. So they're not only a domestic terrorist, they are world terrorists.
They could be international terrorists. And here's the thing. I'm not even disagreeing with you.
Yes, sir.
From a practical place, I'm not even disagreeing with you. I promise you I'm not. What I am saying is that I'm not putting, because this is my pushback on that, right? Not on what you said, because I'm actually kind of with you, right? But if you're in Baltimore, you're in Chicago, you're in Detroit, they don't call it domestic terrorism when they have to have metal detectors before you go into the school, because they're trying to protect the kids from, you know what I mean? So exactly. I'm arguing the definition of domestic terrorism. I'm not arguing that they're not American. I'm giving you that. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm not disagreeing either. You know what I mean? I'm just arguing the definition of domestic terrorism, saying it's only white males from 18 to 35. That's all I'm arguing.
But the FBI didn't say that. We read the FBI definition of domestic terrorism, and I think we have to be tethered to something here. And I guess if nothing else, they're the authorities. Let's tether it to what they said. They didn't say anything about white male. They just said, you know, I could read it again. I got it up here.
Yeah, I can't.
Domestic terrorism, violent criminal acts committed by individuals and or groups to further ideological goals stemming from domestic influences such as those of a political, religious, social, racial, or environmental nature. So
I wrote with that definition. I wrote with that.
Yeah, it does. So it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really determine who's a domestic terrorist. All I was saying from the jump was this stinks of domestic terrorism. I don't know what the kid had on his mind.
From the principal standpoint. And that's
his grandmama tried to stop him. He murked her. Then he went to a school that he has no connection to and killed them.
I agree. It does. I agree. It does. It does. I would err and say it is domestic terrorism, but we don't know yet. So it's for me, it's wrong to declare it when you don't know.
I didn't declare anything. You keep using the word declare.
You said
keep throwing in these extra words. I said
you said
somebody coming into the store and shooting your grandmother down, or going into a school and shooting your kids down. What are you gonna feel like it is?
An act of war is a declaration of.
Dude. Okay, declaration by who? No, first of all, if a terrorist, what flag does a terrorist operate under?
Many different flags, many different
They don't operate under any flag. That's the problem with terrorism. They don't operate under a flag.
Wait. I can make it easy in that, Big Mike. Check this out, Trigger Man. And I'm on your side. You my friend. You know what I'm saying? Look, check this out. America has been in a war since inception, except for 6 years of our existence. We stay in a Kuwait or a Vietnam or a Korea. We've only declared war like 6 times, but we always at war, bro. So a declaration of war doesn't mean that people not shooting.
No, but they still carry out not an official declaration of war, because this is not an official declaration of war. He's just saying it's an act of war, and an act of war is still a declaration of war.
No, it's not, bro.
It is.
Why would you need to declare twice? Why would you need to declare twice if it's a continuation?
No. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you declaring twice. The first act, once you commit an act of war, that is a declaration right there.
Hey man, do what your chief petty officer tell you, bro. That's all you got to do. I'm glad you're not in any official decision making capacity. You're having a hard time understanding these concepts. Just do what they tell you.
You not presented a concept that's worth even talking about,
bruh. Everybody on here has agreed with what I said from the beginning.
No, they haven't.
They haven't. Yes, they actually.
They haven't. They haven't.
What's
you presented nothing.
What do you? What?
He just got a bug in his ass about me.
No, I don't. I just came. I don't even know you.
Son, you don't understand basic, simple concepts.
Yeah,
you're
not listening.
You don't understand what words mean.
I bid you a farewell. I'm done. I'll holler at you, but you didn't present nothing.
I got you. That's what's
all
up.
right. See you later.
Yeah.
The one with no ideas, but the fucking grammar.
Don't know what words mean. Nigga told me what a word mean. I want a definition.
I have to state a claim while I'm up here. So Westside, the reason why I know you and I'll never come up when you other two guys up there, because I'm like, I don't have no input on the info y'all got. I just sit back and watch and eat the popcorn.
I got some. I should have been eating my damn popcorn.
All I'm saying is I'm pro us, pro America. I'm pro autochthonous American Indians. I'm pro us. When I look at history again, when I was in these schools, college, high school, they were saying who was doing the wars and this. We know how they looked. I ain't got to say it. Just like the numbers, the FBI might not say it, and we all know this. I mean, I'm repeating myself, but we know if you look at the percentages and all that, who's doing all this kind of stuff. So I mean, and you get other groups that are following suit or trying to be like them or better than them with that mess.
Let me back you up, brother.
I'm listening.
Like here in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
You didn't hear nothing else about it. Why? Because it didn't fit the narrative.
It
didn't fit the narrative. It was a brother.
Hey, Gail, you about to drop
Virginia
off?
Beach. You didn't hear nothing else about it. Am I right, guys?
I mean, I heard about it because I look at.
Well, no, I'm saying it was on CNN, but what I'm saying is, from my point of view and our point of view, it did not fit the narrative.
But my definition. This might sound wrong to people, but my definition of domestic terrorism, this is what it is: is when you go out of your own place amongst your people and you cause havoc. So people, just like what Dick Gregory said, long ago, you hurt people where you live at. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really declare that. I just declare these people like that are insane and self-hating. But I consider terrorists people that go to a school of people that look different than them, different age, whatever it may be. That's my opinion. But
this is literally
I agree.
That's not a bad description.
No, it's not. This
is literally what terrorism is. Right here in blue. This is literally what it is. Yeah. Terror.
Cuz tried to attack every other definition on the way he said in the beginning when all he said was, it has to be a political purpose. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of goes back to what I'm about to say, and most of you guys are either going to agree or it's not going to be a gray area. You're going to agree. This is where, when we go back to the other side of talk, I don't use the S word because enough. A weak man is the most dangerous man in our diaspora.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like I said, we ain't gonna stop to save you, bro. You act like you don't know all this time. Keep the energy when it's old shit time.
And then
that's all I got to say. Keep the energy.
And then Big Mike
save you, bro. Can't nobody put their family and life at risk to save you, and you've been obtuse and willfully ignorant the whole time. It's ridiculous.
And then Big Mike, if the guy was saying, there was no political, he needed a political agenda. If the guy's with that, L group, I'm not gonna say the full, well, that's a political agenda right there. Just like with the Dave
agenda in itself.
Yeah. Everybody knew that. Real quick. Yeah. Was you about to jump off, or you jumped off already? You want to say something before you jumped off?
She's still here.
I'm still here. I was just dropping a link to everybody's channel.
I be liking Gail. Gail, my pimp. I like Gail.
Oh my God. We on Lock Nation. What's up, bro? First time coming to the channel. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody on this panel, especially Big Mike. Big Mike reminds me of my uncle growing up when, you know, when the shit get rough, and it's like, pull up your pants and get the money in them fingers, son, because we about to get down and dirty, you heard?
Right.
But to me, this is nothing new because I'm in my 40s and this has been happening since I've been I've been on Earth. But to me, this is more not only a political battle, but this is a spiritual battle to me as well. With all the negativity going on in the world, we tend to put negativity on a whole bunch of people, and I always preach positivity to everybody. However, I always preach to, especially with my kids, how to defend themselves. I don't care. Listen, my oldest is 10 years old, right? My youngest is 7. I teach the 10-year-old how to defend herself and how to use certain things within necessary. She's too young, but while she is growing on this earth, how I continue to teach her how to look at people a certain particular way. Now, she's around people that she knows. I would rather have people around surrounding people that she knows entirely.
Right.
And
yeah.
But I do have a question for you. Do you with Dylan Roof, this kid and the kid from Buffalo, they were all 18, right?
Right.
Yeah.
To me, they're all radicalized. Am I wrong?
I would agree.
Now, True Inform, you still have these racist ass Peckerwoods out here radicalizing their kids
and grandkids
and kids before. I would say the right thing to do, and this is just me, as I'm just a puppy in this game, is to continue to teach our young kids not only to educate them politically, math, science, social studies, English, whatever the case may be, but also teach them how to defend themselves and get them to some activities that actually will have to protect themselves when they grow up. The first thing I would do is train the mind. Because if you just go into a situation and you don't know how to deal with it, you have all this training, but you haven't trained your mind, you're pretty much screwed.
99% of the time, I would agree with that. I think the only reason I'm not agreeing with that is because we're talking about children.
Teach me.
The first rule is always control your environment. So you would have a well-trained child that knows protocol of being in a place with no weapons. Because, and I'm being real specific about the fact that these children were attacked at school. We have all of these adults, you have all these laws, you have all these laws and protocols around school where the school is making the decision on who have access to the child or not. Like you really are subject to their rules. So, and I'm not really dismissing your point. I really know, like I always start with the thinking, but they don't have any control of their environment, and the parents don't have no control of their environment. How these schools are set up, 200 something school shootings or something this year, 27. They're set up to where you got so many protocols on what body is going in and out, or what person can call, but there's no way to actually protect them, is what we're saying. And all of that is perfect when the environment can support it. And then the state or the county is bringing in problems or bringing in consequences for you not putting them in that school. Whereas when they're home, like they just were in COVID, they were safe. Then if they're in an environment like home with COVID, or they're in a school where the protection and the security level is at a respectable level, to which it's not right now, then what you're saying really works. What I understand about how an organization works, or in history, again, fire history teacher, the first rule is control your environment and protect your environment. And we don't have that no more. because a good dad can't even go up to get his child. The baby daddy or the new boyfriend can go up there when a girlfriend feel like it. You understand what I'm saying?
Schools.
I agree with you.
We can always train ourselves within to, well, we're all adults here, and we can all use weapons of mass destruction. So I would kind of figure, well, we can build our own schools, create our own laws, create our own retrain our environment.
You know how you do that, sir? And world class knows all about that. You have to clear your identification first, but I don't want to get in that right now. I don't think we're ready for that.
I already know what you're talking about.
Well, first we have to not have what we just had. How about that?
You know what? You know what's crazy about this?
You know what I'm saying, West Side? What we just had that just dropped down?
No. You need that.
Gotta have that.
You need that. You need that. Check this out. You need that. And world class can tell you this. World class can tell you this. But I don't talk about it because I concentrate on my first enemy, which is the toddler or the woman or whatever you want to call it. For the reasons you just said, you can't get your own kids, you can't secure your own perimeter, you can't control your own community because of outside source, right? Now, my thing is, because it's a very practical thing. It's not no incel thing. Like, oh my God, I can't get no ass. I get ass. That's what they get on my nerves. But the first thing is, can you secure your perimeter, or are you sleeping with people who will let the Trojan horse in, right?
Yeah.
The second thing is what you just had. Do you have a code of conduct? Which I do. Do you have a code of conduct, classes, courses, teachable things that you can create that code of conduct and enforce it if need be? Because everything goes off of discipline or gratuity. That's not the words I want to use, but that's what I'm rolling with. I'm tired. So you get those first, and then you just build stuff. It don't cost nothing to build stuff. I tell people all the time, because I'm in Chicago, so I've watched these liberal women turn down 3 schools. They shut down 48 elementary schools and 3 high schools in Chicago, displaced thousands of kids.
48?
Look it up. The teachers don't care. The teachers didn't get mad until they lost their jobs. And I don't know, but then again, they had clothes on when they voted. So they didn't realize when they were like smaller classes and blah, 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 they didn't realize if you shut down what essentially became 53 schools, that's, what is it, 50 classes per school? That's 1,000 positions they're gonna have to get rid of, plus 1,000 teachers' aides, so that's 2,000 positions. Y'all ain't thinking that when you vote in to close these schools, that 2,000 people gonna lose their jobs. Now y'all all in front of the courthouse like, oh, you gotta save black teachers. We know our kids better. When they closed down the schools, they offered every shutdown of a public school, they offered them a charter school. And all the female teachers said no because they will lose their teaching union pension. So once again, thinking about themselves, not about the kids, not about the job. They thinking that I make $24 an hour. If I do a charter school, I'm only gonna make $20 an hour. But now you're making $0 an hour. You know what I'm saying? So people have no vision, but that's not what people do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into a talented 10 thing. I don't even believe about talented 10, but I do believe that most people are stupid. So you look at that and you say everything that y'all talking about doing is easy to do. Niggas been marching for 70 years because they hate nerds so bad they can't follow a 7-year plan. They hate being men so much that they can't follow a man, but they looking for a second mother. I'm my own man. So since the boomers, black people have been communists. They don't want to call themselves communists. They proud to call themselves socialists, but y'all ain't social. So really, it's a commune. Y'all communists. You want everybody. You really globalists, like women are. You want everybody to pay your way in life, and you just chill. They think 46 million people. That's how many black people it is. They think 46 million people should do something, or I'm on my own. I'm going my own way. They never think, man, 50 people can create a area for them 50 people and be chill. America's rural as shit. Everybody done drove through America. You drive through them small towns, they don't even have no police. They got 3 sheriffs that live there, and there don't be no crime. They got to give you speeding tickets just to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But black people are used to being around black people. And I'm not going to say it's not for safety. Some of it because of redlining. There's a lot of reasons. But no, men have never said what's best for men. They say what's best for blacks, but black is for women, gays, and felons. So that's why y'all keep losing. Every time y'all yell, go ahead.
I'll say this, Dirty. I'll say this, and this is where we run into two different types of black people. The urban experience and the rural experience is two different things.
It's two different worlds.
I can't go back and say 70 years ago my granddaddy and them was looking for a woman to take care of them and they didn't want to be men. I can't say that. I come from a family of people from a town where we own shit. We still own shit.
Small town love.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can't see it like that. And I hate what my brothers in the urban areas went through, especially in the Northeast with the redlining and all that stuff. But
like you should see it like that. You're the perfect example of that.
Like I'm from Alabama.
Exactly. Let me explain to you why. Because we actually call country people Bama. That's how strong y'all culture is. There's a New York culture. There's a Chicago/Detroit culture. I guess Cleveland, but Cleveland's just a piece of crap. So it's a Midwest culture. There's a Southern culture. There's a West Coast culture. When I go to LA, it's a totally different vibe, right? So basically, everybody has a culture based on where they are. When you look at dysfunctional cultures, you look at the North, right? You look at Chicago, Detroit, New York,
LA, Houston, Miami, Atlanta, any urban area is going to be dysfunction for black people. It's not an urban area in this country that's not utter dysfunction for black people.
And you know why?
Can I say something really quick?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, dirty folks, are you married?
To who?
Are you married?
No.
I knew that. I was just asking. Anywho,
that's hilarious. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just basically wanted to say I like somebody made a comment about how like pretty much anybody can be a terrorist. You know what I mean? A lot of these women, a lot of children come from broken homes, period. So your next door neighbor can be a terrorist. Like you guys are talking about certain resolutions or solutions, but the problem is inside your own house. How can we branch out and help others if we can't help ourselves? That's always been a thing. So you guys have to make sure that you're educating your children, and just making sure that they're mentally stable to enter into this world. It's a lack of love. And basically nothing will ever change until we start to love each other. And that's anybody, your neighbor.
When you say love, what do you mean? When you say love, what do you mean when you say that? What's love to you?
To me, love is just a place of empathy and understanding. Even though we don't come from the same background, we can probably relate and just understand and emphasize how somebody can be in a certain situation. And we can have the neighborly skills to look after them and make sure they're okay. Oh, you got water, you got food, y'all ate today. That is what we need. But we got these people walking around coming from broken homes and they don't feel love. So how can they love your child? What's going to stop somebody from shooting your child? Because they're not even loved. They're like, fuck my life, fuck your life.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I agree with that. So let me ask you a question. No, I got a question for Jalen. Because I'm not going to ask why you figured I wasn't married, because I've been on 3 podcasts today. I'm tired of that answer. I'm going. You asked me, and I told you. You said I figured that. So, but the next thing you said is that we need more love and empathy. So if you're telling me that 80% of kids are raised under women's care and women are supposed to be the nurturers, if they don't feel love in the home from the people that's supposed to give the love and the empathy,
that's a good point.
Then why would I be married to a person that can't love and empathize? I agree with you that you're sleeping with the enemy. I said that earlier. People sleeping with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? But why do you not think that I can identify the enemy?
I think that you believe that women are your enemy, and that's a whole nother thing that you have to deal with yourself. You know, that's just what I picked up on. Perhaps I'm assuming. Perhaps
you are. No, I'll clarify. I don't believe that women are my enemy. I just don't believe that woman comes in black. That's what I'm at with.
Real quick, hold up. Smug Shot says he confidently killed himself. I'm pretty sure that they shot him to death.
I think they killed him.
Texas killed the boy.
Yeah,
the police killed him.
Hey, I gotta say something about women in school, and I actually did a show about this back in the midst of the pandemic when I first started on Facebook. But women kept posting how they couldn't wait for the kids to go back to school. They didn't teach them shit during the time they were home. They didn't teach them shit on social media complaining about how they can't wait for kids to go back to school. I literally had motherfuckers upset
You know,
kids
one
at
thing
home
that I
eating.
really don't like
You see what I'm
about a lot of the things that I'm hearing
That's
from
what I
you
was
guys,
saying.
and I'm just listening. You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting. That's why I'm listening, and I have not left. I think, but I wanted to say this. It seems like a lot of men keep on honing in on the woman. Where is the mother and the father? You guys, I'm saying it's coming from the women, but where are the men? That's the problem.
The men weren't on social media posting that. So I
Were
have
the
to
men
say
even
why
around their child? That's the question.
a lot of
Questions
men
in
are
the
around
media.
our children.
That's
My child
if
was
that's
with me.
if the
My
woman
child was with me
allowed them
during
around the child.
my son was
Allowed?
with
Are you
me
serious?
during
I
that.
said
See,
some. I didn't say you. I
Allowed.
said
there
some.
you go.
I
But no,
said
look, I
some.
wanted to say this. You keep saying allowed, this word allowed. I mean, do you go to work and not get your check because your boss
That's
doesn't
not
want
the
to give it to
point.
you? No, you go up in that motherfucker, I'm going to need my motherfucking check. That's what you do. You get your
Oh,
money,
okay.
but you won't get your
People
children.
spend $20, $30, $40,000 in custody court trying to get their kids just to get 4 days a month. So I'm not sure where you're going with that.
Oh, I'm
do
going
you
a
I
lot
don't
of
either.
places, but hopefully you guys are going to go see your children.
Yeah,
you see?
mine's grown now. But
Yeah, both of
during
mine
the
are grown, and we
quarantine, he
have a
was at
great
home with
Well,
me.
relationship
I'm
because
happy
I
to
went
hear
and
that
got
because they've
mine.
made it. They've
Busting
made it
out
in
I
the
went and
school.
got
corporate
mine.
world.
But
I
I
went and
did
got mine.
hear
So
a bunch of people on
One at-
Facebook and
one at a
on
time.
social media mad because the kids were at home eating, and there wasn't no guys talking about that. So,
And I want to add on to that what you're saying. One, I'm not married, never been married, ain't got no children either because I'm, I got to find the right woman. I take that very serious because you're gonna have my seed and vice versa. But the face of the, if you will, the deadbeat dad. I mean, look, I'm gonna go back to stats. This is what our government's telling us. The face of the deadbeat dad is not the brown skinned person, the copper colored man. It is the Blanco person. It's the Blanco male. See, the media has been putting out for years that the black guy is the deadbeat. He just goes up into women. He leaves a seed. He goes out there and steals and drinks, whatever. When you look at his stats, who's the face of the deadbeat dad? It's not in the life of the children. That's why they're so crazy, if you will, is because they're not in their family's life. But the media has trained us in Hollywood, Nazi Zionists have trained you that they have a trilateral system. They have the white picket fence. No, they don't. The deadbeat dad is them. That's one of the reasons why they're so off balance and crazy. We're in our child's life. Weird. I had a mom and dad. A lot of us did.
Yeah.
A lot of us did.
What I wanted to say to you, that's an excellent point, but I'm gonna ask you this, and this is for everybody on the panel, and I don't just talk for the sake of being right. Sometimes I'm wrong, or I can just listen. But I'm gonna say this: how many of y'all cousins that y'all grew up with, y'all seen their mothers and fathers?
Yes.
How many of y'all cousins, black faces? A lot of our cousins don't have a dad, and the mother got 4 or 5 kids.
Mine do.
I don't have. I have maybe one cousin who doesn't know who their dad is. Like literally.
All mine do.
I would love to come to y'all family reunions and see the reality of versus what you're saying. It sounds good.
My last family reunion was 185 of us in the Marriott in College Park.
Where you from, Jalen? Where you from?
Yeah.
She dropped off.
Yeah, it was a lot of us.
You know what's weird? You know what's weird about that conversation? And we're going to get back to the point. What's weird about that conversation is that fatherhood is determined by the mother, right? Because my body, my choice, right? Because my parents are still married. They've been married 51 years. God bless them. I don't know how he did it. Because I know my mother. I know her my whole life. My dad is a stronger man than me. But with that being said,
I know why, but you go ahead and continue.
Now you're making sense, Trigger Man. About time. Appreciate it.
But yeah, 98% of all mass shooters come from single mother homes. 98%. The white guys, the Mexican guys, 98% come from single mother homes. So that's one thing.
But we're not needed.
Right. Then in addition to that, black men have the highest rate of interaction with their kids. But they
hold on real quick, Dirty First. Hey, if you on your phone, Breezy, it's a lot of times if you click back, if you hit like your back button, it'll drop you out.
Yeah, that's what's been happening to me. I'm not used to this whole StreamYard thing. But one thing I want to say real quick, sorry, this is kind of just like a personal plug. Truth Freeman, you a bitch ass nigga, and I want my $1. Send me my shit on Cash App, nigga.
Truth Freeman, give her $1, bro. And that was so petty, I almost respected it. I cussed out Rhyme Fest at a concert because he still owe me a Subway sandwich, nigga.
True, you know you're more than welcome to come up here if you're still on, and address that.
I respect that, man. I respect that level of petty.
You're not even really
right.
Okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's get this part out the way. Black females have had custody at a rate of 80 to 92% for the last 60 years. If the shift before you or after you was causing problems and there was one person that was on that shift 80 to 92% of the time, would you blame the other person that was there maybe 20 to 20 to 8% of the time? So your statement of why did a black woman come up and not a black man, because it's a non-applicable situation. You've had custody at a rate of 80 to 90% for the last 60 years.
And that's perfectly fine. I want to know who's fighting for their rights. Fuck what a woman says. Like somebody on here even said women when they talk, they basically not worth nothing like they have
listen to what you said. I'm pretty sure right now, if I ask you to think of the property that you have for the last 5 years, right, you could come up with a lot of things that you love. Now imagine somebody say fight for your property.
Oh, we're going to be scrapping.
Who are you going to fight for your property? It's yours.
I'm fighting whoever is trying to take from me.
Who would be fighting for your property? That's what I'm asking. Who can actually fight you for what belongs to you?
Okay, to answer your question, nobody actually.
Thank you.
Okay.
So when you tell a male, there's no intelligent. I'm gonna make it specific. There's no intelligent way to talk to a male about fighting for his child. An intelligent person can't say that because you just acknowledge that it's his. So why does he have to fight somebody that's not in jail, that hasn't injured said property?
Well, let me ask you this.
Said property, huh?
And what if you really start fighting?
Okay, so I break into your car, I steal your radio, you see me just walking off. And what are you gonna do? Aren't you gonna chase after me?
I'm so glad you said that. You would usually call the authorities and they would bring it back to you.
Right.
So what happens when
you gotta fight for your rights?
So when a person
Okay. Wait, no. I'll make it easier than that. If I have to, first of all, I don't even believe in that analogy. I believe it's mine or it's hers, but it's not ours. Because what you guys do is you use the kids like cars and I co-signed it, but it's yours, but I got to pay the bill for it. Now, here's where I'm going to go with it, though. If I do have to fight you, that makes you my enemy, a tangible enemy. So to ask me why I feel that the first thing I have to do is handle toddlers before I handle other people is because you're my immediate enemy. Because what you're saying is, why don't you fight me for what's yours? And I'm saying what Noble is saying is, yo, but if it's mine, yo. But if you take my shit, I'm the kid that came out with my parents' gun when they stole my Jordans. So yes, I will come at your ass over mine. But if I win, then I'm a bully because you're a girl, right? So there is no win for me. So you can have that. Just don't charge me for it. Just take it, move out of town on your Section 8 voucher. You can have that. Or you can give it to me, but it ain't ours. Because you just proved it to me that you will take my shit like I'm a punk.
But how is it? But okay, I love how you guys are talking about proprietary rights and things like that. Because at the end of the day, it's both of yours.
No,
actually it's not.
Whoa.
Actually, it's not. Actually, it's not. Why do you think you deliver a baby? Do you deliver a baby to yourself?
I believe we deliver children from ourselves, but it's for others. It's
the sender. You're delivering it to the person that gave it to you to hold.
Oh,
the father.
That's what
and you're delivering it back to him. It's the father's child.
This is why I use analogies.
If you're from the South, old ladies will ask you if you're pregnant, who are you having a baby for?
Well,
they will literally ask you who you having a baby for. They're not going to say, "Oh, you got a baby, it's your baby," and blah blah blah. No, who are you having a baby for? Because your job as the woman,
this is where
as the vessel, is to deliver that child back to that man. Therefore, you go to a delivery room, and he signs to get that package.
When men,
you muted yourself again. Breezy, you muted yourself again.
I feel sorry for like men who think like that. You know what I mean? Because
what's like that?
Like what?
Like it's either mine or it's yours. Like that's why I said love, unity. We have to be together, togetherness.
Okay, then you're mine, right? Because I give you my last name, I put you under my provision. I got to protect you from your goofy ass decisions. So you're mine. So I'm still a proprietor. I'm taking care of two toddlers now, my little toddler and my big toddler, right? Except the big
Dirty
toddler
folks, you
told
ain't
me
got no wife and you ain't never gonna have one. Right?
I got a wife, and my wife belongs to me.
Who
Not
said
saying I
that?
can tell her
Big
everything
Mike?
to do, but guess what? She's under my veil of protection. She belongs to me. If anybody comes in here and tries to do anything to her or take her out of here, they're gonna get the business.
Hey,
she
I'm
belongs
with that
to me.
because you're the protector, you're the provider, you're the head of the house. I respect all those rules, right? But dirty folks, you talking out your dirty ass. Really?
Look. You been doing fine. Don't just stay. Keep it.
I'm recognizing.
You
I'm
are
recognizing something else going on here.
If I could,
it's
let me
always
ask
the
you a question.
fuckable guys. They
I
don't
think they
never
need to
talk to
get a
their
room.
friends like that.
Let me ask.
I'm trying to tell you.
Let we unlock. Get in.
I want to ask Breezy, if I could, a question. In this world that we live in right now, what do you expect us, man and woman, what do you expect from both gender males? If we are together as one, what do you expect out of me? And I will tell you what I expect out of you. Go ahead.
I would this is kind of a tough question, but I would expect, again, I keep throwing out this word love, but you have to know how to love people. You have to know where they came from. You have to know their trauma. And we would have to have that discussion. What has affected me? Why do I think the way that I think? Why do you think the way that you think? And we have to get on board. We have to get on track. We have a problem with not understanding people. Do I know what the word love means?
Yes.
Well, it means something different to everybody. But for me, it means like to care about, to want to understand, to love is just like accepting somebody for where they are currently and growing with them possibly.
If I put a knife in your hand and we go out into if we're in a dangerous situation, I put a knife in your hand, will you be able to use it for our protection?
I will. But I would ask you, why are you putting us in this dangerous situation?
Shit happens. Shit happens all the time. I can be in a grocery store. And this is the thing I was going to tell World Class. When I'm in the grocery store, say I'm at Walmart, I see a white man with a gun on his hip. The lowest chakras in my brain, going from my brain to my spinal cord, it's tingling, like spider sense is tingling. I feel like sometimes in the world that we live in right now, we didn't create it. Black man never created spaces like that. We wanted peace. Mm-hmm. But in order to have peace, you got to be prepared for war. So whenever I see a white man in a grocery store with a gun on his hip, that sends spiders tingling down my spine. Now, if something were to happen then, and if I were to put a knife in your hand, would you protect yourself? Or would you protect me, or would you protect us? Hello?
You muted.
I'm asking anybody on this panel.
Okay, here's the thing. I mean, I'm self-preservation.
That was mainly for her, but
I know it was, but I want to say something. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, me personally, the person that I'm with, they always know that I'm out for us at all times. I don't really think about myself. I'm very selfless. I think about everybody, and that's my problem because I'm too nice sometimes. And so I would protect us.
You know, I'm gonna add some simping in here. I'm gonna add some simping. And again, I'm not married. I ain't got no children. Never have been. I might. I'm gonna add some simping on this. Some simping. I believe in the whole thing. The baby is the man and woman's if they're married. If I'm gonna have a child with a woman, we're gonna be married. Ain't gonna be out of wedlock and all this crazy stuff these people doing nowadays. We're gonna be married. I want to go to Kmart. I want to go to Sears and have the family portrait picture and all that. That's one of my dreams, right? But
Sears. You said Sears.
Yeah, Sears.
Sears and Kmart. You know, I
want West Side. I'm with you, West Side. I'm with you, bro. I got you.
You know, I want to think like that. I want to have, you know, my wife. That's our child. But it's like a lot of these chicks, not all, Jalen, but a lot of these chicks don't even have that training nor want to support that theory. And a lot of chicks don't even want to get married nowadays. A lot more men want to get married than women nowadays. I mean, that's real talk.
Yeah.
You know, so we can't even really think about us if the woman is taught from her grandmammy or auntie or mama to get that bag, be independent. You know, this stuff has been said many times. So if I come in the door with training from my parents and I go, okay, I see the full family circle, and a lot of these chicks that have got college degrees, PhDs, master degrees, and they're thinking like the lower Shakita, Laquita, whatever. What am I supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to own it all because I am what? I am man. But I would like to share our life together and be a family circle, a unit, us, and all that. But that's not what these women are doing nowadays. Not all, but that's not what a lot of these women are doing.
And this is why we have these spaces. We have these spaces. So, like Brother Westside, like we can bring up these topics. They can get addressed, and Brother Westside can do that. A brother like me more likely won't do that. But it needs to men that are leaders. We know we have to make spaces for everybody. You know what I'm saying, really similar to what you said. We have those of us that know that we have to lead, know that we have the education, the resources, and network. We have to make it make a way for everybody. There's no other way to say it. It's just that simple. It's not a punchline. And we're up here talking about it, and that's what Kevin Samuels has provided on a bigger scale for this conversation to happen. And it's essential, and this goes right to the same topic because this is what my brain, what this title is for. This is what my brain went to. I'm like, bro, how many times do you? And I've said this already in this live. How many times has dad been prevented from seeing his child at school because of these same type of dynamics that Dirty Folks has said, that Westside just said, that Big Mike was said, that Brother Bernard has spoke on, that we on lock has said. We all know from a different way, we're saying the same thing, that there is a high level of contention as relate to a man being with his little girl or his little boy. I'm 36 years old. My mom has 2, maybe 3 baby daddies out of her 3 children. When I didn't agree with my mom, you know the first thing she did? She kept my brothers away from me. My brothers. They don't have no dad. His dad got deported. So I couldn't. I'm not their I'm not their father. I'm just their brother. So school, something come up, I can't come there to protect them. The biggest, fastest, strongest, most vicious person, the most safest person that they would in their life, because of her feelings. A person that is smaller, weaker, dumber, and less talented. I'm bigger, faster, and stronger than my mom. Because of her feelings, she wanted them around her, not me. I'm 36. I never drank a day in my life. Never smoked. No tattoos. No criminal record. Never wore my pants off my ass. I had no boss. Became a dad at 30. That's the person she kept. I'm sorry. I was 22 years old when she did that. 22 years old working with my dad, who was a hitman. Yeah, he got out of jail. I'm making $1,000 a day junking cars. I had to deal with that at 22 years old. I would become a dad 8 years later. So something happened. That's the standard issue thing. It's not a bad boy. It's not somebody that's doing crazy shit. I have to deal with the same thing that men around this country have to deal with. So you can't protect your baby. And then you have a young lady like yourself come up here and say the same thing. Well, fight for your child. Fight for your child. Was I supposed to fight for my brothers?
Nope.
Who was I going to fight?
Literally, when you really fight one of them for your child, see, they got to be careful with the words they use.
Mm-hmm.
Because you take a man and you put all that emotion into a man about his kids. Most animals will kill you over their kids. You know, a bear, a dog will kill you over their pups if they get you right. So I mean, a cat will try to kill you. A turtle will snap at you. All of these animals are protective of their children. Why should we be any different? So when somebody invites you to fight for your child, something that I gave you, see, the big problem is people just be laying down with anybody and having kids. People ain't getting married. People aren't taking ownership of the woman first. See, that's the key to the whole thing. You have to take ownership of the woman first, and it still may not work out. You still have this court apparatus that's gonna fuck you in the end if that doesn't work out. But at least you try to put things and set things in order. I think the only reason I have a relationship with my child right now is because I set things in order in the beginning. So it was really no way she could get all the way outside of the order of things and the way things were set. He knew I was his father. There was nothing she could do to keep him away from me.
Facts.
Right.
I was gonna.
When you deal in decency and in order, those things don't happen to people like that. There's not one woman that can keep a man. If she respects you, you're gonna be in your child's life, and that's how I feel about it. And I may be wrong.
It was no respect from her. It's that he's coming to check on me wherever I am because he already knows who I am, and he knows that I'm the only person on the earth that has his back. But nah, she would have took me down through there. She moved from state to state. She did all types of shit, throughout that whole time. She had my child homeless in a homeless shelter. It's just a bunch of things that happened because of that. But that's why I would have to push back West Side. When you get married, no, don't split the child with the woman.
Ever.
Because as soon as you get divorced or something happens, it's gonna become her child. And she's gonna work it like that, and her mama and everybody else gonna help her work it like that. So always take complete ownership off the jump of her.
Big Mike, I agree.
Ownership of the child.
I totally agree. I'm just saying my envision, but we got to be cutthroat. I mean, I agree with you.
You got to be cutthroat. That child has to be raised the way that you want that child raised.
And that's exactly right, because I don't have a junior, and my daughter she never got my last name anyway, but I don't have a junior. I don't have nobody to carry on my last name because of that crap. Right there. I'm just throwing it right there. And I'm gonna tell you, man, that gave me some bad thoughts.
Hey, man,
I'm being honest up here.
Look at what Def Kiss said. Now, Def Kiss hadn't looked at no statistics or numbers. Period. Go look at the statistics and numbers on that. Come back and tell us what you find on molestation and abuse.
Look, man, men are always a bad guy. That's why I see Noble like everything his fault. Here's the thing. No. Check this out. No, I'm cool with it.
Victimizing.
No. I'm victimized Noble? That's crazy. Okay. Here's how that works.
Everything is my fault.
Goddamn right. My little cousins have a dance called Everything Oak Fault. They do all type of, it's crazy. Look, I'm cool with it. When it's your fault, it's your fix. If anything goes wrong, nobody looks at the woman. They say, where's the dad?
That's fair.
Right? They'll say, where's the parents if you black, but they'll always say, where's the dad? So everything.
Can I jump in real fast on that? To a female or woman's ears, they'll argue against you because you said everyone. And to them, they're everyone. That's why when Ice Cube was talking about solutions, they brought up, okay, but what about us? When they was already included. That's everyone was them. Because when they already know that everyone, them, is going to criticize her for that. But go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to take a more friendly approach, right? Here's the thing. And it's not that okay. Me being warlike means that my war is love, right? Because the warrior doesn't want war, right? Nobody wants peace more than a person that's willing to fight for it. What these toddlers want you to do is they want you to fight them. They try to outman you so you can prove yourself or handle whatever the stupid shit that girls say, the vaginal shit. And then they want you to still do your duty. What I say is this. Anybody that's in my covenant is good. Everybody who accepts my covenant is good. Why? Because the type of a person that I am, that no matter where I go, if you're with me, then you're associated with me. I don't care. There's people that get VIP treatment because that's Oak little cousin. That's Oak's boy. You understand what I'm saying? To be a man of merit means just that. So why would I want to sleep with the enemy, have a distraction to take away from the goal? One of the things, because, and this is a criticism I have with tawny men, and I said this early before you got here. Everybody wants money, but money is exchanged for goods and services, and you only want money to get girls. Money means nothing. They don't want power. They want influence, but they just want the popularity so they can get girls, right? They don't want power. When a person moves with authority, moves in power, there aren't that many women trained to deal with a man with aspirations and goals. It just doesn't happen. Y'all say y'all date potential, but y'all work on zero theory. You'll try to destroy the potential because if he don't have money, he better have time. But he need the time to get the money. That's what who's on that? Bobby Womack? Like if you think you're lonely now, that's who you guys are. So you'll never be happy because it'll never be the right situation for you. You'll see it's his baby until he say, yo, you can leave, the baby stays, then it's your baby. Now he got to fight you, but why you fighting the girl? Because it's his baby. You're bipolar. Girls are just adult size 4-year-olds. Y'all just say stuff. That's how I know you dressed. Y'all just say stuff. But
you said
go ahead.
You said girls. That's your problem. You think you're dating girls.
No,
real man
you're
dating women is gonna refer to women as women, not girls. That's your problem.
You done took the bait. Go ahead, Dirk.
I just think.
I mean, do you need a blood pressure machine? Am I aggravating? Because I can leave. I can listen.
No. It you know what? It's like I said before. Negativity becomes negativity. There's no positive in that. This is the reason why most men and women are in these inner circles, because we're trying to balance each other out, and what comes out of it is nothing but negativity. So my job, especially on my platform, is to create positivity. How can this be solved correctly into the satisfaction of a woman versus the satisfaction of a man? We're all gonna be screwed if we don't figure this stuff out in totality.
I think men gotta stop asking women to submit.
I think men need to stop asking women anything.
Isn't that in the Bible?
You make somebody submit. Asking them to submit is like totally counterproductive to what you're trying to get accomplished.
But wait, Big Mike, isn't that in the Bible? You're supposed to submit to me, and I'm supposed to submit to her.
Yeah, but two verses before that. But two verses before that. Two verses before that.
To submit to you.
2 verses before that, it says you're to submit to each other. So everybody got to stop picking and choosing what they want to do.
Okay, time out. Hold on. I'm not going to get on the submission thing. No, I'm not going to get on the submission thing. I will say this, and I believe this wholeheartedly. Women are spoils of war. Whoever's winning, that's decide their own. So men need to do what men got to do. I don't care. Every girl that say they hate me sleep with me. I don't care what she's talking about. What I'm saying is that women are the least important part of any relationship. You don't believe me? Think about all these guys who call themselves high value men. How many things they had to bring? They had to have the job, the clothes, the car, the education, or the certification for a trade. You know what I'm saying? They have to have all these things for a girl who come outside in an $11 dress from Rainbow.
That's why I never liked the concept of high value men.
Me neither. I like tacos. But the thing is that men are judged on merit. Women are judged on beauty. Anything that a woman gets from a man is supposed to be a gratuity based on service, right? When you go to Hooters, if you have a horrible waitress, you don't leave her a tip. But if you go and have, man, I love them wings. Is fire, bro.
Oh,
man. I don't even go for the girls, bro. I go for the curly fries and anyway. But if you have excellent service, there's but us that wrote out checks for $15,000 for excellent service. You know what I'm saying? So what they're saying is that they're purchasable but not serviceable. And they're saying what I need to do in order to make them serviceable. But what I'm saying is I'll purchase a used car, but I'm gonna treat it like a used car. If it requires service, then I'll treat it like a used car. You'll never get what you're looking for. You'll never get that new car price for a used car proficiency, right? Performance. But if you have the features I'm looking for, then you can get that. That's anything because that's proprietary. Your wife, your kids, your house, your car. Men are very proprietary. We're not selfish with our stuff. We'll let anybody use our stuff. What women want to do is weaponize men's love. Women is never required to love. There's nowhere that says that women have to love you, ever. Men love your wife. Look at Disney. Disney has a woman that's sitting there waiting for some dude to love her and give her a palace. Men's love is weaponized. Women are not required to love, but you are required to service. So if I'm telling you, yo, this is what I need for you to service me in order for me to give you the love that you require and the things that you require, that does, if you're saying that I'll be single for the rest of my life, you're telling me that you're not of service. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine.
I think you're making really solid points, right? So I agree with a lot of what you said, actually. But like, yeah, women are supposed to service or whatever. So the women that you're coming across, you're coming across takers.
No. Here's what submission is to me: the ability to follow instructions. You submit to your employer. You follow the employee handbook. I say this is what I need you to do when I need you to do it. If the show starts at 8, don't get ready at 7:50 and tell me you need another hour. You're not 6 minutes late for your employer. Don't be an hour late for me. If I say I need you to do Microsoft Excel, then I need you to do Microsoft Excel. If you can't, then we can concubine this shit. But I need a girl that can do Microsoft Excel.
Amen.
Okay, and those are your requirements, and you got to make that clear to whatever you're entering.
But those are my requirements. But what I am saying is, this is all I'm saying. What you're coming to me is because you're coming to me based on love. That's what you said. Love will change the world. What I'm saying is, man's love is based on duty and utility. So I'm giving you love because I'm giving you understanding. There is no man on here who hasn't said anything that didn't have to do with, well, one, but he dropped off, that didn't have to do with utility. Man, how can we be more proficient to ourselves, our community, our tribe, right? That's utility. That's not, man, yo, life would be different if I just met Big Mike and gave him a hug, man. That'd change the whole world. No, nigga, we got to do shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Girls just show up and have a wet t-shirt contest and get free drinks. Men got to do shit.
Right. Well, bounce. Let me look. I'm gonna read this real quick. He said, Mr. Wacolas Wack Colas TV. He said, I have family in, how y'all say this? Uvalde? And in Dilley, Texas. He said there was a FEMA did a test drill on this yesterday, so I don't know. You be the judge. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of false flags shit. That's same. It just seems the same, bro. But I choose not to be as insensitive about it as I used to be when I was younger. But LH said something. He said, when we was talking about that like a 20 minutes ago. He said, I won custody through the courts, and my child mom got mad, tried to tell our child BS, and it worked. He said it worked a little, but she stopped talking to our child. She stopped talking to our child, and she doesn't understand why mom doesn't talk to her. Wow.
See, I really think women need to be mentally evaluated. Any woman that does not want the man to be around, like, the judge needs to be like, okay, bitch, what is wrong with you that you don't want a family? Even if y'all are not together.
But judges want the kids. See, that the judges want the children. Yeah. Especially the boys. They use the girls to breed more children to keep the system afloat. But they want the boys. They want the boys in the system. So, of course, they're not going to intervene on behalf of what's best for the boy or the girl child. They're not going to intervene on what's best for the child. So, in a lot of situations, we got two things against us when we step out there. And I'll say one thing too. I feel like men's rate of success in court is low. Is because when men come to other men, all they get is, man, you're gonna lose. But women actually have a more intricate understanding of systems, especially government systems. And there's always another woman working there or somebody that's been through that that will take their sister through the whole process. Oh yeah, and all you got to create chaos. Go. You could get a woman to come ask, how do you get a business grant to do eyelashes? And you can actually literally have a sister who would get her that damn grant because she understands the system. But when men come to our support centers, all we hear is how abused we're gonna be, and how we're gonna lose. We never get any real strategies from each other.
Hey, LH, I'll say it's the exact opposite. It's not that they don't care, it's that they definitely do care because they have a financial incentive in the process. They really do care about the situation, but not in the way that we care. They care so they can continue to do the swap because men in this country make more money than women. So if she has custody, that pulls money from his pocket into hers. It's a financial incentive.
It goes back to, I think Noble, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but it goes back to Mr. Palmer when you make stuff
That's what I was about to say.
From private to public.
Yes. Right.
When it's just between Wes, or my brother, Dirty Fan, when it's just between the woman and it's private, it's one thing. But when you bring it public and you bring it to the man, you just made it a situation. And usually, it's just like with the last time I was at court. Let's just go there. 2016. Son is grown, and the judge is like, "Okay, why are we even here? We're wasting tax dollars. He's grown. The case should be." He chopped off like $400. She shot herself in the foot. Let me look in the camera when I say that. He chopped off $400. So y'all can imagine what I was paying. So then he goes, "How much does he owe her?" And then DCS said a number. He said, no, he leaned in. He said, "How much does he owe her?" He was pretty much saying without y'all fees. Man, that thing was dude, it was half.
Right.
It was totally half. Totally half. But when you have women, you can't tell them nothing, or people you can't. I'm like, you're not even getting all that money. They getting the money, and if you look it up, DCS will tell you that the money that we pay them for us to pay them to pay you, it pays for the lawyers and stuff and the taxes of the city. You have to read, like my mom said. Like my mom said, reading is fundamental.
Fundamental, yes.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And so if you don't know the system, you're gonna get bent over, but you need to know the system. And number two, if you go do a custody case and that's not taken care of in most states, at least in VA here, and we in the Commonwealth, if you don't have the custody thing straight first, they don't even deal with the child support yet. You got to get the custody straight first before they even deal with that. But a lot of people don't know that.
That determines the child support.
Well, exactly. I'm in the process.
I got a split, but
I appreciate you coming over.
We're gonna have to find a better way for each other because we need each other more than ever.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Facts.
Definitely.
I'm glad we got the sister up here on the panel with us, man.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it.
Definitely.
I appreciate you, Breezy. Yeah, you just as long as we, try to get out of the truth. But you didn't do 2 shots. But it's good that you can have an adult conversation, and you're receiving some stuff, and you're giving us things to think about too.
Noble, that's the difference between a female and a what?
And a woman.
I'm on
my channel. On my channel, I don't talk about women. I have women come up and talk. I talk about females. I don't talk about women. And
because we don't have to talk about women. We don't have to.
Don't have to. Because they know how to speak. They know how to talk. Females don't know how to speak.
Like I was about to say, man, I'm in the process of waiting to get my child support refunded to me right now because she fucked around going state to state. Case got closed years ago. So yeah, money be coming back to me.
I hate crazy. To say it. I hate to say it. But see, it makes brothers like Westside.
Yeah, I'm a millennial. I'm a millennial. These women, I don't know what to say. They scare me. I don't. Shit.
We all millennials up here.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? And I tell people this all the time when they say men don't want to step up, men don't want to have families. I haven't met a girl yet who hasn't rejected 2 marriage proposals in her 20s.
Yo.
Uh-oh.
Breezy, have you
I would just, I think that's very interesting, but I would like to ask, what's the problem with that? Like if she didn't feel like that was a suit for her, why would she take it?
Too many options. Women get too many options nowadays. They got too many options, and they don't know what to do with
it. And women collecting babies like Pokemon cards, but you can't get a husband? That's crazy.
You know, the only thing about this husband thing is I don't really like when men tell women that they need to have husbands when they're not married or never have been married. I can see if you were married and it didn't work and you have an opinion, but a lot of y'all motherfuckers be saying women are not married, but they're not married, never have been.
Because
who they gonna marry?
But it's safer for us than it is you. That's why a lot of men say you need to be married, because it's real out this bit. It's real. You know, that's the main reason, because you running around, you're lollygagging, but I said that, maybe you heard me. My father really killed people. That's what he did. He showed me how to hide bodies 10, 12 years old. I'm not saying it to scare you,
to Pops,
but I've seen shit. I've seen shit that you wouldn't imagine, that they don't even have in movies. It's real out here. It's not a joke. Cute, got the outfit on. It's people that are plotting. I'm not gonna say you. It's chicks walking around playing right now. 30 days, or somebody's picking and deciding 30 days they're gonna pick her up. It's not just about, oh, I want to feel like I can do what you guys do. It's not about that stupid little girl shit. It's real out this bitch.
They know that, man. They know they need to be married.
No.
They be on the forefront of most of their minds most of the time. They be on the front. Am I wrong, Jalen? They be on the forefront of most of y'all's mind most of the time.
That's not what's on the forefront.
I'm just gonna put it like this: at the end of the day, everybody know hoes gonna be hoes, and there's nothing to that. But a woman who sees herself with a great future, children, married, she's gonna do that. But you have to let people play, as you say. You got to let people play and do what they do before they're ready to settle down. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's the mistake. There's something definitely wrong with that.
Yes, really is.
That's the problem.
Here's the problem. The problem is that every woman knows they need a man's protection, but they think every man is supposed to protect them, so they don't need a man's protection. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I like my girl, but I don't like girls. Y'all annoying as shit. I like mine. You know what I'm saying? I like kids, but I don't like yours because I can't tell your kids shit. You know what I'm saying? I like kids that I can give instruction to. So the whole thing about this communist, socialist, globalist, feminist thing is every man's supposed to protect you. All taxpayers are supposed to provide for you. Everybody's supposed to believe what you got going on. And the truth of the matter is, y'all ain't even that awesome for all that. There's more black women than black men. 5 million more black women than black men. Yes. But there's 500,000 more married black men than black women. So how are we 5 million less, but 500,000 more got married? Because men want families. Y'all don't. Y'all just like to talk that talk.
Right. Boom. And I got a question for Jalen. Are you married? Because I don't know if y'all left. I just left a little bit. But are you married? Because I hear women say that too. You can't speak on marriage unless you. The reason why I can speak on it is because I know what a marriage is. I have a plan what I'm gonna do if I do get married, but like I said before, a lot of women don't have the training nor commitment and discipline to be married. But are you married, by the way, or have been?
Biblically, I'm married. I'm fornicating with a man that I've been living with for years.
You said biblically?
Biblically, and in the Bible, they talk about marriage being a union when people have sex. So I've been doing that for the past couple of years, with the same person, and there's a reason why I cannot marry him yet. But
yeah, his citizenship. Let him get citizenship.
I was gonna say though.
Or is it, well, let me not. Well, I know I'll say this, and I'm not saying that this ain't a shot to you, but a lot of women are with other men's, property. I'll just say that. But yeah, I just don't like when women say that. I really don't like that. My thing is I can say what I want to say because I've been disciplined. I ain't here wild out here loosing and spreading fluids. So I'm disciplined because I done seen what my friends and peers, and I'm not going to be doing all that mess because I know how women are at my age group, millennial. I don't know what happened to the other people, but these millennial chicks, no matter what race or whatever they are, they need some help. Bad. Need some help. Bad.
I mean, again, these people don't feel love, so of course they're going to be promiscuous. They come from broken. Some of their moms are hoes, and that it's just a cycle that continues. So I don't blame them, and I believe they have to
check
get that.
This out. A lot of them, not a lot of them come from the mom, and a lot of them have good mom and dads. A lot of these women have good lives or whatever when they grew up. The thing is, they can't look themselves in the mirror because there's something you mentioned that a little while ago. Psychologically, these women are done. It is not because of man. It's because of all these drugs, all these jealous, ignorant witches that they're raised by. It is this feminazi, this Rothschild's feminism crap. This is why they're crazy. And they tell women, go out there, be better than men, all this kind of crap like that. This is why what's going on. I had to deal with this. I am the 90s, baby. I remember all this stuff. Yeah. And then when I got to college and high school, I mean, these women are, look, the reason why these women are crazy nowadays is because of themselves. There's no war between men and women. There's a war between women and themselves. We ain't doing nothing to y'all. We trying to help and heal y'all, but y'all are hurting yourself.
And I think that's the problem, because you're right. First of all, women with fathers are so annoying because they act like they don't need no other man, but they always fall back to their daddy. Dad should just let them go. But here's the thing. The problem is there is no war between men and women. The gender war is one-sided because men hasn't hit a girl yet. When men decide that they really going to engage in this situation, these girls will sit down. Girls only do what men allow. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But I feel slighted by saying that I choose poor women. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it comes down to. I must choose hoes, floozies, and skanks. If I'm not married, I must not pick. Because what comes next is your mama black and you gay. But I have dated I've dated all types of women. I'm a college educated dude with 2 national brands. I'm wearing one of their hats right now. There is nothing. Let me tell you what y'all do. And this is why I'm dirty, folks, because it's easy to get pussy when y'all think I'm dumb in the game, man. What y'all want is y'all wanting a dumb nigga with a felony so that you can call this parole officer and think that you're smarter than him. Or you call yourself a sapiosexual, then spend all your time trying to outsmart the smart kid. Yeah. So it's just less annoying to me for you to like me thinking I'm dumb when I got a 163 IQ than it is for you to tell me that 2 + 2 is 22 because there's 2 tools and it's something wrong with me and I hate women if I don't know what's for. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you call play a sucker to catch a sucker.
I'm gonna say never outshine the master. If somebody's right, they're right, and that's our problem. We have this problem with being right all the time. That's women and men, and I think that women should listen sometimes and be like, oh, maybe he has a point there, or maybe he's right, completely right about that.
That's women and men who
have. Were we at Noble Signs? Is that Signs Noble?
I'm sorry for cutting you off. I'm sorry, but I was just saying that's men who haven't been raised to know consequences.
Exactly.
Savannah says turning down multiple proposals is crazy. That means you're spending significant time with multiple men who you don't deem worthy to marry. That's my word, worthiness. You know, we're gonna talk about that a lot on here, on this channel. And I agree with it.
I love it. I love it when you have people like Savannah and the sister up here. You know, Breeze is like, okay, they said it. Now what? We didn't say it. Now what?
Savannah and Gail.
I'm gonna look in the camera. Now what? They said it. We didn't say it, so you can't call it male bashing. You can't say what Westside's saying because he's a man who's pretty much like my second cousin, who's, you know, in his situation, just retired, military, special forces, multi-millionaire, about to become a vice president of a bank. He's about to become vice president of a credit union. He like you, bro. It's like, what Flavor Flav say? Who I trust? Who I trust? Me. That's who.
Hey, so Stunner, Stunner, if you in the chat, the conversation kind of just came to where it is now. We've been on the topic of the title, most of the night. Just kind of graduated up to this. Just to let you know. Go ahead, my bro. I didn't mean to cut y'all off. Go ahead.
No, bro. I was just saying, you know, you got brothers like that. What do you say when you have brothers like that, like these two, and me and Bit Michael married? You know, we got great wives or whatever. We've got good men like Noble. You know, it's like I'm trying to figure out why you keep saying you can't find good men. I'm kind of confused when I'm around them.
They can't.
I'm just saying I don't get it.
Well, dating to us is experience. Dating to women is trauma. It's multiple traumas. I'm dead serious. Every woman. I don't know a woman that's not a prostitute that has not wanted to literally be with every dude that she's dated. He wanted to really be with him. You know what I'm saying? And however far it goes, if he drop off, he get her pregnant and leave her, or if she leave him, if she feels like, you know, she gets caught up cheating, you know, but everything becomes trauma. A woman will cheat on you and be mad at you if you break up with her. Forever.
Been through it.
She'll be praying for your downfall.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
You did it.
Yeah, but you did it.
You made me do it. Here's the difference.
It's all a series of trauma for them because you're not really meant to be touched by that many men.
Facts.
Your father's supposed to teach you that.
Facts.
You're not really supposed to be touched by that many men. You're not supposed to be handled by that many men because men don't really handle all women good.
You saying the outcome, not the approach. You saying
99%. 99%. I have not handled very well.
But here's the thing with that.
See what I'm saying?
Look, that's a personal experience. But I mean, I treat some people like that. I treat some people good. But here's the thing. It goes back. This is what I want to address about people having the need to be right. Men, I'm not talking about sons of single mother, like males. Men don't need to be right. Men just need to understand and be understood. I can agree to disagree with anybody. We ain't got to go to blows for that.
Right.
Women need to be right. Men don't need to be right. Men just need to be understood. Man, look, bro, I don't ride how you ride, bro. I'm just going, you be good though. When, you know, we'll get together with something else that we agree on, but I ain't rocking with you. That's why people used to tell you don't talk about religion and what was it? Politics and religion. Because I may like social media is a perfect example of how a person can agree with 99% of what you say, and you make one post they don't like and they block it. You're not going to agree with everything. A mature person just agrees to disagree. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this. Vagina is delicious, but it's not as good as y'all think it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what type of matriarchal slavery you think guys are supposed to be under, because we are not look, I'm not a boomer. Boomers do that dumb shit. Happy wife, happy life. Try to make their sons incels and make their daughters empowered. That ain't me. What I'm here to do is die around people who give a shit about me. And I'll be all right. If I never got married, I am a boy. You know what that means? I got real life friends. So girls don't have friends. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shut down all y'all friends at 19 years old. Then all y'all got is the quote unquote sisterhood to go against other men. But y'all don't get along. I ain't never seen a girl get together that wasn't chasing dick. All y'all painting sips and vacations to Vegas and all that shit. Y'all chasing niggas. Niggas could bowl or play video games together and be just as fine. I got niggas got them sitting in the alley with like King of the Hill for the last 15 years. Like, man, we're gonna ride down. Like, all right, we can pull out the lawn chairs. Men don't need
where are you trying to get your sex from? Sex is vital. It's important.
From you. Fuck you talking about? From you. You still gonna fuck me? You just not gonna marry me, but you still give me some pussy. To prove it. Yes, you will.
Shout out to my cousin, third more child.
But I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. It sounds like you have more fun around the homies. All right.
What did I tell you was gonna come?
I'm just telling you. You said that you can operate in this world without women. What does that sound like?
No. What I said is men can have real life friends. That's what I said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Women can't operate without a man. If y'all don't have a man, y'all get fake toys to stimulate men, and then y'all get a bunch of girls to chase men. And as soon as y'all get a man, I don't fuck with them girls like that. I ain't got no friends.
Okay.
Y'all need men.
You're right.
Men enjoy women. I enjoy women, but I would rather talk to the guys because I don't get to talk to women. Women tell you about their day at work and everything else, and you be like, all right, I did something. It's not about you. Just listen. Oh, y'all trying to solve shit. Men want solutions. He come to me with a problem. I'm like, yo, this is how we fix that.
Right.
That's why you can't build with women. Women aren't builders. They're interior decorators. Men need to build this shit without women. You think I'm being misogynist? I don't give a fuck. Men need to build it without women, and then we're at this built, and we have our code of conduct. Then we bring women in, and they paint the walls and tell us to get some feng shui or some goofy shit.
Absolutely.
So
I agree with that. In terms of women,
for me to talk about
creativity to your life, they add that pop of color in your life, and is needed for both. I can't stand a man that says they don't need a woman. I can't stand a woman who says they don't need a man. I believe that everybody should be in their own bag in terms of, yeah, you should be able to do all this. You should be able to pay your bills by yourself without him, and the men the same. But at the end of the day,
never want a girl that could pay her own bills. Nigga.
I mean,
look.
I mean, but you keep talking about their reliance on the court systems and things like that. If they can pay their own bills, they don't need that. Like, you have to make it make sense.
I don't.
No,
you start talking. No, I didn't say reliance on the court system. You said
Somebody, you did mention
no. What I said
that
was
the government
it's
is
either
paying
my
their bills,
her.
Section 8 housing. I recall all that.
Right. What I said is it's either my child or her child, but it ain't both of our child. And then I said, man, she can get it off the roof, off the court, out the Section 8, whatever, but it's my child or her child, but it ain't our child. Because at the moment that
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, the moment that my child becomes her child and they tell me some 4-day-a-week shit, I'm killing her if it's my child because I'm willing to kill for mine. So if she's better off it being her child, just don't charge me for it and go and get Section 8 or whatever you're gonna do. That's what I said, and that's what I meant.
Okay, well, what about the child that grows up in these circumstances that you created?
You're telling me that I need to give more of a fuck. See, now you're weaponizing the child. First, you're weaponizing the cook.
No, I'm asking you. I'm meeting you where you are. Hang on.
Okay, meet me where I am.
I think that you're assuming to what I'm about to say, and that's not cool. I don't do that to you.
You're right.
But
you're right. Go ahead.
So basically, let's say that you have this child, and yeah, you decide the child can go with her because she's creating all these barriers that make it impossible for you to co-parent with her. You're like, okay, you can have the child. What about that child that now lacks understanding why their father is not in their life?
I don't give a shit.
How many years of trauma did you add to that child? And
I didn't add not 1 year. You just started the story and said she made it difficult, so I added no trauma.
Okay,
so I don't feel guilty at all. You see how you're trying to weaponize the kids now? I don't give a fuck.
I'm not trying to weaponize the kids. I'm just
when she said, when I dump her, or she dumps me, because girls always leave you, men rarely leave women. When she says, I don't want to be with you anymore, go ahead. Go where you want to go. Leave the kid. Or I'm taking the kid with me. Or shit, pack it in your luggage. I'm not going to concern myself with that shit. Because she made a executive decision that is hers. And I'm not going to take her shit. Because if she took mine, she's not going to make it out the door. I don't think you're understanding how war works.
I guess what I want you to understand is at that point, she's weaponizing the child, not me. Right. She weaponized the child basically by saying you couldn't have the child, but you created trauma in that child's life by not making any other steps. You said, okay, I'm gonna let my
understand it.
That
Fellas,
child has no understanding.
Can somebody translate?
I don't understand it. Listen, I speak perfect
I'm having a hard time understanding why we even discussing in depth something that's out of order.
I understand.
Why are we going down out of order scenarios?
Because I understand that
out of line. It doesn't operate within any rules. There ain't no rules to disorder. So whatever chaos you create, the chaos that comes out of it is just the chaos. It's no rules to disorder.
There's one rule to disorder.
Chaos.
That too. Everything's men's fault. Because even in this scenario, she left, she took the kid, it's my fault. What about the kid? She asked her, what about the kid?
I think I'm gonna be honest, and I might get some flack for this from my manosphere niggas, but I will say this. When I was going through the shit I was going through, I got a friend. I've been friends with this man for 30 some years since we've been kids. You know, so he's my consigliere, whatever they call it. He tells hey, I call him when I need real answers or if I have a body in the trunk. You see what I mean? So he'll call me and let me know. But he always tells me, everything you've done, dude, and gone through has been your fault. Everything I've gone through with my kid, everything, I see where I could have made a decision different or responded different instead of reacting. Everything I've done is my fault. I guess that's how I control and how I keep and cope. I make
that's a true friend. That's a true friend.
I make everything my fault. So I'm not out here getting ready to go off and shoot up some shit or do something drastic because, and I've been there before. I'm saying I've been in those situations before where I literally could have just snapped. But once I take it and I take ownership of every decision and take ownership of everything that's happening to me at this point in time, I can continue to move forward. That's how I've been able to make it to the age I am.
And that's why I take discipline with these women and marriage and relationships serious. That's why I'm not married and got no children, because I'm an observer. I look at what's going on. My friends went through what these women are on nowadays. These women ain't on We Are the World. They on about themselves, get the money, and all that. And that's not a real woman, a companion, or wife. So that's why I say to men my age or younger, be disciplined. Also, don't have sex. That's not, manosphere don't like that. Don't have sex with these chicks. Maybe you shouldn't be with her for the night. Maybe you shouldn't get with her. Maybe she's a witch and she's trying to suck your energy. So a lot of us don't even really look at it like that from that point of view. And all I'm saying is, men, you got to be disciplined, because these women out my age, millennial, whatever, they ain't got no morals. No matter what kind of household they come from, they ain't got no morals.
They got a whole crystal store downtown with crystals and spell shit and everything else, dude. Downtown in the market on the punch, man. You go down there, they got a store with crystals and all type of shit, man.
Yoni eggs.
Women, you should see some of the women that's in there. There's no men in there buying that bullshit. That sex magic shit, that blood sex magic shit is real. And
you know what?
He literally
great women
practicing
it. Straight women.
Let me tell you something. You know what I've never seen? I've never got an invite from the guys like, yo, man, I'm about to go to this this how to eat coochie class. You want to come?
Right.
But I know a gang of girls. They be like, yo, I'm about to go to the grapefruit lady, learn how to give head, because everything is sexual, right? I don't know why Big Mike think he'd get flack for saying that everything his fault. I've been saying that the whole show. But everything your fault, I mean everything your fix. So if everything's your fault and everything's your fix, then the only person that matters is you and the people that can help you fix it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the overrated of vagina. That's the matriarchal shit. Thinking motherfuckers have a voice, but they don't have no consequence. I'm the only one that's gonna get blamed around this bitch.
And dirty, everything don't need to be fixed.
Everything don't need to be fixed. But you gotta know when to walk away.
You just gotta let it destroy itself. You gotta let it go.
I agree with that too.
Can we go back to the third? What's up, third man shop? My solution, I don't know if you prefer to, my solution would be, for one, we got to start in the schools. We don't need to have these boys and girls in the same schools. We need to have girls in separate schools, boys in separate schools for one. That's one. We got to totally separate.
So you sounded like Pastor Geno Jennings' church. When you walk in, he separates you.
Yes, sir.
Sound like me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Go to his church in Philly. This is the baddest church in the United States. I don't care what nobody says. When you go in his church, your wife is going to where the women at. You going where the men at.
I agree. I agree. Did that years ago.
Yeah, we got to separate from the school. We got to learn how to what's the word my folks said? We got to learn how to court, not date. Court.
Come on,
man. How to court.
No, you need to learn how to vet. Not even court.
That's the courting process.
Dirty folks,
vetting courting is the same thing.
That's no. Vetting, no. Vetting is for pets.
I mean,
yeah. Okay, wait. What's the new word? I forgot. Yeah. I saw that show. What's the new word, Noble? What instead of vetting?
Verification.
Yes. You got to verify, not just court. You got to verify.
Right. Yes. I think that occurs during the courting process, but I think everybody is so. Everybody's so quick to try to get on the skin timeline.
If we stop and go back to the basics, you don't date just y'all two niggas. The whole family is supposed to be involved. The whole tribe is supposed to be involved. And they do the verification. You use your administrative organization. You use
and West Side, especially with the roots you got, I know you can take them to an elder. They're gonna be like, nah.
Unless, hold on, but that's where the boomers dropped the ball.
Fast ass.
That's where the boomers dropped the ball. That's where the boomers dropped the ball, at least up north. To the fact that no matter what girl you get, they say, "Are you lucky?" I'm like, I ain't lucky. I met this bitch on the corner, my nigga. I bought a hamburger and got him. Y'all caught it in my car, nigga. Like, this is something to do, nigga. But that's how the
guy, Mike.
The more you talk, the more I understand. That's
my cousin.
I like that.
No. Here's the thing.
He just
Look. No, I'm saying there's a situation in which we've come to a place in which. Look, it's a situation. We've come to a point in which that men think that women is the end game. like they won the game if they get a girl.
That's the beginning game.
That's what they teach.
So she'll be back. So what I'm telling dudes is, because you have to be everything to everybody to get this girl with the $11 rainbow dress, you need to understand how to verify, which has not been taught since the lost generation. You need to learn. Stop asking girls what they bring to the table and have your list like a great employer should of these are the qualifications that I'm looking for this position. All this is part of the verification system. All men are taught is, can she cook, and do she get that ass though, right? So the bar is low because you learn everything to do for a woman. Women learn nothing to do for you, and you don't learn how to vet a woman to make her do what it is that you need to do. Her employer does. That's why I put in the link, the Marry Your Secretary course, to teach you, because love is not required to hire. Like, there's a lot of people that had arranged marriages that fell in love later. Like, you guys are out here chasing fool's gold, right?
Facts, Gail. Facts, Gail. Like facts. Go ahead, Dirt.
All the credit and under responsibility. And that's my point. You're right, Gail. And I'm fine with that. That's why I call them toddlers. As long as my child stays in the child place, they can get whatever they want out of me. And I know y'all feel the same about y'all kids. You know what I'm saying? As long as you stay in your child place, as soon as you think you grown, then go figure out life.
Right.
So because as long as you're under my covenant, everything's my fault. So that means I'm responsible for everything. And you have an input, but the input ain't what you don't have no decision-making process. Your decisions is based on the training that you got to make sure that we good. Girls be out here like, man, I need a girl. I need to have my own money, and I want to make decisions. And I got my job, and you got your job, and I'm gonna pay the light bill, and you pay the mortgage, the gas. I'm like, wait, what? I'm gonna pay for vacations. Bitch, I don't go on vacations. I go bowling.
Like Savannah.
Yeah. Like I said, you got a bunch of illiterate chicks buying spell books.
Which
and see, when you and I haven't even talked to Westside personally, but just watching his channel, when you run up on somebody like me, him, and I'm gonna say you too, Bit Mike, where I kind of know that stuff because my grandfather knew it, and ain't too much you can do to me because I know how to get out of it and get around it. I'm just saying, I might flip it on you. You play the game, but I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there.
No comment.
Yeah. I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Hey, Jesse Lee. All right, I'll check him out, bro. You said his name like 3-4 times. Definitely, bro.
Peterson, he's hilarious. I mean, I don't agree with stuff. A lot of stuff he says, but I know who he is. Yeah, he's interesting. But yeah, some stuff he says is good, but a lot of his stuff, is kind of off scale.
So he's been on for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was looking at the words. I'm telling you, that's for too much, man.
Hurry up and get that off. That just looking suspect, bro. Too many grown men up here on this panel, bro.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. Hey, I was looking at the words, and
I actually gotta fall off, fellas, man. I gotta get up early.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. 34, shout out to you, brother.
Hey, Big Mike, I need you to get Westside one of them shirts, man, because he gave you straight props for it. I'm just throwing it out there for my bro.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just get him you know how to get in touch with me, Westside.
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, my phone blowing. My phone blowing. I got a dip too, but I want to say this, man. I want to say this for y'all go. I understand what I am, not who I am. Y'all don't know who I am, but I understand what I am, and what I am is the extreme, right? But we're in extreme times. When you can't trust the people under your roof, that's extreme times. It's not even that. Like when the pandemic happened, and I know my neighbors. So when me and my neighbors said we're going to arm up and make sure when these riots happen, they don't come fuck with ours, that's the community built by men. You know who don't like none of us? Everybody wife. You know what I'm saying? So why you hanging with these dudes? They good dudes. But girls can't recognize a good man for shit. But, you know what I'm saying? But when these good dudes, you know what I'm saying? They good neighbors. They don't litter. You know what I'm saying? They always invite you to the barbecue in the backyard. They good neighbors. So as good neighbors, we're going to protect our property together. And all the girls keep saying is, and I don't like him, though. He be making rude jokes. Like, I don't concern myself with what these toddlers say.
Yeah.
But that's how extreme the times are. That at any given time, if one of them actually listened to their wife, there'd be a security breach. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So y'all gotta understand, bro, that we all saying the same thing. I'm 10 years past where y'all at right now. Like, cause I've been going through since like 2011. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, we already lost the gender war in 2008, but y'all didn't find out till Kevin Samuels died. Y'all already 10 years behind.
Sir, can I say something? You just said something very, very. We should say this. When I was 2 years out of high school, me and my friend said all women died in 2006, and now you just saying about the gender war 08, yo. And we used to we talk. I mean, literally, they're dead. I'm not. I know y'all like what the hell.
But dirty folks, you did say earlier that we haven't even fought the gender war yet.
We ain't fought, right? But here's the thing.
We ain't even started fighting.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing though. The easiest wars to fight are the ones that you don't have to, right? So when y'all talk about we need our own schools, we really need our own town. Right now, I'm looking for land grants. Everything y'all talking about, I'm already looking for land grants. You know what I'm saying? I already talked to educators about setting up a boarding school. Because let me tell you what I know about these black chicks. They'll let anybody have a kid except the daddy. You know what I'm saying? I give a chick a flyer, they kid. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, we can get the boys. You raise the boys right here in Chicago and probably all around the nation. There's a 99.8% graduation rate for all boys schools, 47% graduation rate for co-ed schools. So the more women you have teaching them, the more girls you have influencing them, the more fucked up these boys are. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I know pussy is delicious. I enjoy it too. But from a practical purpose, everything they touch, they like locusts, man. You know what I'm saying? Check out anybody that gets Section 8. Everywhere they transfer their voucher, like, I'm going to a better neighborhood. In 5 years, it becomes the new hot spot for death. Because all they like locusts. They need adult supervision. They just toddlers. I'm not mad at them. They just toddlers. I'm mad that they don't know they toddlers, so I could take care of them. But they want to be grown, and that's why they don't want to get married. That's why they. Do you know how many guys I know who cried on my shoulder because they marry a chick, get her pregnant, and she get divorced before she leave the hospital? Like, I got the kid and I got the house now. Like, they don't want to be part. When the last time you saw a heterosexual, not the gay girls, a heterosexual girl in a team building workshop?
When's the last time I seen a heterosexual chick? Period.
I've never even been to a team building workshop.
Yes, you have. You played football. You went to the service. Men are trained since Pop Warner how to play your position, how to be part of a team. You don't see these girls playing volleyball.
That can't be understated. That's extremely important. You already
play your position.
Yep. That shit is extremely. That's a big ass difference, bro. Because you play with a group of dudes. You know who the most talented. You know who the biggest, the fastest. But you even and you've been times where you've been that guy. But you know you got to play your spot. I got to stay by the block because I got to pick for him so he can come around. And I may be the most talented, but I got to know the hustle for the ball before I get to the line so I can distribute. Like, we know that, and we get taught that, but they don't. They are taught to be offended by the fact that you're in the kitchen. We got to practice running into you. You know how many times you run into another man before you hit 13? 13 years old, you run full speed, 15 miles an hour, 13 miles an hour into another man, full speed before you hit 14, like 200 something times. Running into a wall when you're 5. And you know the consequences of running into another man. So you know to stay in your position. You have so many reasons to stay in your position because you can get hurt, right? But them, they like, they're right. When their mom is and they get all these feelings from talking. Like, that's a whole science. How many the beta endorphins that's released from talking, and we live completely two different worlds, bro. Like, they don't know not to try the chick that's the top chick. We know not. So
you said the key word, feelings, right? Yeah. That's where everybody messes up, especially women. You make your decisions off of feelings.
Okay, but even
so that means so if you're making your decisions off of feelings, they're not called first reactors. They're called what? First responders, because they're responding to a situation when there's a bad situation.
No, so they could be reactors because they'll make up some stuff. Every dude in here done got woke up this morning because he had a dream.
But reacting doesn't get anything done good.
But here's the deal too, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the deal too. As a man, and this go out to, like, you know, my young men out here. As a man, we feel like we deserve or we can get every woman. But like when you play dominoes, this is saying all money ain't good money. you might go for that 5, and now you open up the board. Everybody,
everybody
15 switches.
So all money ain't good money. So
That's right.
when you're an alpha male, the only female for you is an alpha female.
You know what?
You can't be an alpha male and you can't be fucking with beta females. You can't
get in your way.
You can't
I kind of like a beta. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I mean,
I'm trying to buy slaves though. But here's the thing. Slavery's still legal, man. The game ain't dead. I was just scared. But here's the thing about that. Here's why I disagree with Mike, even though I live that life. He says, as a man, we think we can get every girl. I think I can get every girl. You hear the confidence you hear? I don't give a shit about what they think and think I still can fuck. I believe that. But most guys, the number one fear in life is public speaking. Number 2 is death. Dudes would rather die than talk to a girl in real life.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that, man, there's people just cut different. Like, I don't have the crazy thing is, I already said there's 5 million more black women than black men, but black men still have a scarcity mindset. They're still willing to kill you over a chick, even though it's 5 million more chicks out there.
Beta.
You know what I'm saying?
Just saying.
But see, that's why I'm saying it's important for alpha males to link with alpha females. Those are the only 2 in the animal kingdom that link up.
Let me ask you a question.
Alpha wolves don't link with beta female wolves.
Okay, let me ask you a question, because maybe I misunderstand what beta is for a female. So what's an alpha female?
An alpha female is the childbearing female in the pack. She's the head of the pack.
I understand
as far as the females are concerned. She's had most of the children. So therefore, the children in the pack belong to the alpha male. Most of them belong to the alpha male and alpha female. Now, alpha male can be with 2 or 3 alpha females in the pack.
I agree with you now. I didn't understand. Right. We had different, because I call them a head secretary, because I talk about no, for real.
The secretary is the highest position.
Right. I call it the head secretary, because I actually got a course called Marry Your Secretary, how to get utility out these chicks like you are employer. But also, I'm from Chicago. The pencil call her bottom chick. So he calling alpha. It's the same thing. It's just the same
thing. It's just like
I'm with you. I'm with you then.
It's just
I'm like because alpha chicks who call themselves alpha be the most abrasive chicks. I'm like, I don't want that shit in my life. But I understand your definition now.
Dudes that call themselves alpha usually aren't. Because alpha dudes don't really have to signal.
You don't have to say it. Because you'll see a video. You'll see a video of my brother boxing the punching bag who's on this panel here. You don't have to say what you are.
Yeah, but you don't have to, when you walk in the room.
Shout out to West Coast.
Everybody understands the hierarchy. Whether it's subconsciously or not. You know what I'm saying? Or up front, they understand the hierarchy.
Listen, this is why I fucks with Savannah.
She getting it in on your boy, but I'm dying laughing at the comment.
Hey, but that's facts though. When you walk in the room, people can feel your presence.
They feel the energy. Other alphas, alpha walk in the room with other alpha males. That shit is automatically felt. Like you know who the men are.
And killers respect killers. Real respect real. So
facts.
So you can have the biggest dude.
Your title of let's just say this alpha thing. You have you're in a position where you always got to get judged, and you only judge based off where you bring other people, not that you can do stuff. Everybody is competent. Betas know how to do stuff. I actually love betas because betas know how to follow fucking directions.
Facts.
Alphas don't know how to follow fucking directions.
They're not supposed to. Alphas aren't supposed to follow directions. Alphas
no, not from other people. Not even from other people. You don't even follow your own fucking rules or whatever God or natural law or principle that you follow. Them idiots don't even follow that shit. I'm a brown skinned person. I'm a alpha, but your fucking people last. The word alpha means first.
But you got see a parrot can talk. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about what a nigga talking about. Like for real, it's about what you showing. If we're in the same room together, I can tell whether what you've been talking about is real or fake. Once we get in the same room together, all the clothes is off. To say,
exactly, all the clothes off.
Like that thing, the emperor has no clothes. He thought he had on clothes, but you didn't.
You know what? I respect that. I don't call it alpha. I call it the man. But I got a definition for that. Because there's no definition for alpha when you're talking to niggas who say they are alpha just because. Here's my definition of the man, right? You a male if you're born with a penis, right? You're a man if you can provide for yourself and your family. You're the man when you can help other men provide for himself and his family.
Correct.
Right? So when I try to create opportunities for men, then you're everything from a misogynist to it. I'm like, yo, but when the men have money, men make families. When women have money, they don't need no man. So I don't even want a girl that get money. Like I want a chick, man. I gotta train you into believing that cleaning this kitchen is the most important task you can have. You know why? Because if you don't have an education, or if you have to be an essential worker because the office closed, you're gonna go and clean somebody's kitchen. You're gonna be at Burger King or some restaurant being a server, cleaning the kitchen. So you can clean it for your employer. You can't clean it for your husband. You got life fucked up, shorty. So I need you to understand.
Oh, you're not gonna be my wife if you can't clean the kitchen, and I'm not gonna train you on how to do it.
No, I understand that. I'm not taking nothing away for that. I get you on
do it.
But no, do you understand the mindset? To be a proper woman is this is what they did to women. What they did to women is they took everything that a mother's supposed to be and a wife's supposed to be, right? And then they separate every task and duty into a career field for women. So you could be a cook, or you could do a house cleaning service, or you could be a babysitter, have a home daycare, or you could be a teacher. They took every fragment of what a woman's supposed to be for her family and made it a profession. So women can hire other women on taxpayer money to do her job as a pre-K teacher. You know how many girls I talk to, like, whatever my kid needs to know, they'll learn in school. That's why them chicks was going crazy when school closed, because they think school is babysitting. They were like, what am I doing with these kids? Bitch, you had them.
Bitches were mad the kids was eating. I was listening to them. They were mad that kids was at home eating, bro, during the quarantine.
But to add on what y'all saying too, with the alpha beta thing, alpha to me also is a person that can be disciplined when he knows he's in a group of males and respectful and loyal that are better than him, that got more money, that look better, more money, whatever may be. A lot of people my generation, they don't have that. It's like we're constantly competing or trying to off each other off. So I want to be amongst men that are faster, got more money, they got more women, whatever it may be. I'm confident enough to be like, okay, I'm fine with myself. And when the time be for me to move up in rank, if they allow me to, keyword, if they allow me to, me not going behind their back, setting them up, lying or whatever, if I've earned my rights of passage, I'm moving up. And in my generation, we don't have that.
How old are you, fam?
35.
Y'all ain't had the team. Okay, because this is why I say that.
Okay.
Because we always grew up, we hunt in packs. We real mammals. We hunt in packs. If we go to the mall, if we go to the club, everybody know their position. I'm going to be the dude that holler at all 8 girls. If it's 8 girls in a pack, I understand that one ugly chick that hold a purse will cock block for the other 7. So I'm going to holler at all 8 and make all 8 feel comfortable. Right? Now, my niggas know me. They know I'm going to talk myself into the girls and out of the girls with one bad joke. So then I got my other dude that come through like, he with us, but I ain't like him, baby. Let me buy you a drink.
Play your part. Play your part.
Position. But at the end of the day, we all going to IHOP with a girl. You know what I'm saying? Because we hunt in packs. Right. And there is no, because everybody know their position. And everybody got the confidence that we all know that the dude that don't say nothing, the shyest dude, they be like, yo, is dirty folks coming? Because I know, man, if he come, we all going to IHOP. And I could be like, yo, bro, I got to go to work in the morning, man. My money funny. Nigga, we going to pay your way, nigga. Don't worry about that shit. Drinks on me. Like, you got to come. Because that's my role. Am I the richest person in the group? Nah. Am I the flashiest person in the group? Nah. That'd be Brian. You know what I'm saying? Brian is the best liar because Brian understands the psychology of black chicks, right? So Brian will be the one who gives us fake jobs, right? Somehow I'm always the big time dope dealer in these stories. But they'll be like, yo, my man, he moved weight. That man over there, he played for the Birmingham Barons. He is manager. I run a record label. Man, all us doing IT work, working at mortgage companies, but he knows the psychology. So we just got to remember what our job is today when Brian starts talking. You know what I'm saying? And we all gonna end up at high.
That's gone now. That's gone now. Now the men are like women. You know, they looking at them. Oh, look at these shoes. You know what? I don't know what it is, but this shit is crazy. That's gone.
Don't let that money thing fool you, because the cat that necessarily has the most money isn't necessarily the alpha.
True.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they tried to make that a qualifier, but really, an alpha will take your shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could be brokest nigga in the room, could be the alpha. It'll take your shit.
Yeah.
Like, people think
you literally just
I'm
work
gonna
for
tell
me.
you alpha male shit, right? I'm gonna tell you alpha male mentality. I'm not claiming to be or not. All I'm just saying is what I know based off of what I've researched on it. Alpha male mentality is the damn doctor that worked at the sperm bank that was impregnating all the hoes with his shit. That's alpha male energy.
On some Genghis Khan shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just saw that on Netflix.
You know what I'm saying? There needs to be as many of me as possible walking the earth. That's that type of shit. That's what I'm telling you. Like, it's very few and far between real deal alpha males out here. And don't let anybody make money a qualifier, because you get in the right room, them niggas take your shit.
And that's true, because leadership is extremely hard, man. It's not easy.
Yeah, leadership is a service position.
Facts.
Yep. You're a servant.
That's what it is. You're a servant to the people. Being a business owner, being a when you're a server, you serve one person. When you're a leader, you serve everybody.
Right.
So you have to have enough love to give everybody. And if there's one weak link, one motherfucker that's in somebody's ear, like, here, okay, let me say this. I agree that money don't make you the man, because you can have $1 million in your pocket and I could rob you. And now, are you powerless? You know what I'm saying? But I know a nigga on O Block that's broke as shit that can get you killed for a nickel bag of weed. You know, he got the power of life and death. You know what I'm saying? So
facts. Knew some cats like that.
Hey, or the nigga that'll kill you yourself, worse than that.
Yeah.
Nigga gonna kill you damn self.
Yeah, the personal.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, them personals ain't no joke. So my thing is, and I get what West Side's saying, because I see that in my little cousins, because my little cousins are around your age. You know what I'm saying? I'm 43, but I was hanging with the old heads. One of the greatest things that I could say that I did was I loved to be in the passenger seat. So I would talk to you know what I'm saying? And no matter what I did right in life, they would shit on me, which I didn't like. But that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? I bought a truck. They had an excursion. They was like, "Oh, look at you with your little buggy." I'm like, "What?" No, I bought a 21-foot boat. You know what I'm saying? Like the little speedboat joints. This nigga could pull out with a 52-footer. Like, "Oh, look at your little tugboat." I'm like, "Motherfucker." But what I wasn't realizing at the time is, while I'm chasing them, I'm doing better than 97% of Americans. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even looking at 90. I'm making a G a day. That's 300,000 a year. I'm top 4%. It's only 3% of people better than me. I'm 97% better than the rest of them Americans, and I'm chasing niggas that's in the 2% because they got $10 million, and I'm holding on to 80,000 liquid. You know what I'm saying? But I got toys. You know what I'm saying?
Speedy to lead, speedy to pack.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that, man. You're not gonna be the man in every room. I'm the man in most rooms, but sometimes I get in a room and I gotta sit in the passenger seat. And what guys want to do is guys want to be the man just cause.
Fact.
They want to walk in the room and say, "I'm an alpha male." You could tell because I got an alpha male on my t-shirt, and everybody need to respect me. And I'm like, "Yo, who's your cosign? Who rocks with you, my dude?"
Right.
I'm my own man because I'm an alpha. I'm a one-man army. And I'm like, "All right, time out. Let me get on this phone. I get 20 niggas over here."
That's the one thing
that's facts right there, bro.
That's the one thing that I like that Kevin Samuels included in his high value man shit, because I'm listening to you, because we didn't call it that. We just called it affluent. We didn't say high value man. But he said that how many other whatever the other qualification is, how many people support you, how many people are on your team. You know what I'm saying? Well, I know it's not. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but
your network.
You have your network. Who else is supporting you? And that's the biggest deal, because it doesn't matter. That's why. And my friends, they don't know I can do a lot of stuff, because I never try to outshine them and I never try to outshadow them, because it doesn't matter how good I am. All that matters is, are we winning or are we losing? There's no such thing as I win. We win or we lost. And the hood taught me that. Dope boys taught me that. We either win or we lost. Because if Shorty can't get, if he don't know how to do what he need to do to not get locked up, he go down, we go down. Yeah. Because now they may not get us this week. They may not get us this decade, but they gonna get us because of the nature of what we do. So it's like the one thing I did get from my dad is when he was gone and my brother was killed, it's like the people that they were around, they took care of them. My brother and my dad took care of their little circle. They took good care of them, and in response, I was always in the know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as a result of that, I was always in the know. They always made sure they took care of me because they treated me how my dad and my brother treated them. They was grimy to other people, but I got it. So they always taught me team. So it don't matter how. And my brother was that. He could rap. He graduated from high school at 16. He was highly talented, and he got killed at 21. So to me, it didn't matter how talented I was. How I go about stuff, I'm in it or I'm not in it. You in it, you out. He was trying to get in the dope game. He was trying to get out. He was trying to jump out because of me, and he had a little girl coming, and she didn't make it. But it taught me a lot of things about being a leader. And my uncle was always in my ear since I was little. As far back as I can remember, he said, "Be a leader, not a follower. Change the only thing that stays the same. You come from greatness. You come from great stock." That's what my uncle always told me. So
told me that too.
It's important and it's imperative for dudes to understand that leadership is a craft, and you have to know what role you fit in and play your role at a very, very high level. Because we watch sports all our lives, and we know that even if you're not the most talented, how hard are you hustling, and how accurate are you? How prepared are you when it's game time? We all know these things. So no matter who's super tall, no matter who can jump from the free throw line, there's some basic fundamentals and basic tenets that we all can participate in. And it's not important how more talented I am than you. It's just, are we winning or are we not winning? And
dirty folks should know that. Dirty folks should know that more than anybody, because back in your old stadium, back where you at, what did Michael say? It was me and the janitor. So when it came to game time, you knew what Michael was doing while everybody else was out there partying. Same thing with Kobe. You know, it is just like, and I ain't mean to cut you off, bro, but I'm just saying, when you put in that work and nobody sees you, like I said on my show, on my first show, nobody has to question what you've been doing.
Right.
Because you done brought it. You done brought it to the forefront.
But even more than that, man. Even more than that. And I learned this watching the White Mamba. I can't think of his real name. But
the white boy?
Yeah, the white boy.
With the handles.
They call him what? No, you talking about White Chocolate. I ain't talking about Jason Williams. I'm talking about the White Mamba, the tall white boy. It's funny. He's played for the Lakers. They called him White Mamba because Kobe was the Black Mamba. Anyway, NBA standards, he sucked. Right? He was a bench player. 9th man in the rotation. You got to be a blowout for him to come in. But in real life, he earthing everybody. He got a little YouTube show. He just played regular people on the street. He be beating them like 11-0. So I say that to say, even though Mike was the best of the best, or LeBron being the best of the best, the 12th man on the bench still gets a ring. Because the 12th man on the bench is still better than 97% of the rest of America.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
I just watched Bradley Beal talk to them kids about that. He was just saying,
I saw that one too. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm about to roll out, y'all. Noble,
me too.
Noble, great.
All right, fam.
Great show. Much respect to Noble. Y'all follow him. Big Mike, what up? Bernard, Breezy.
I'm already following all y'all cats.
Yeah, much respect. And we got to do this again. This has been good. You know what I'm saying? But much respect, y'all.
Yeah. And what I like no doubt.
People want to leave when I come through. This is a hard-hitting show. I'm in a hard-hitting show.
But I'm gonna let her rock. I usually say come when I come or come when I come back, but I'm gonna hold back for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta roll, y'all, man.
All right, Big Mike.
Yeah, I gotta get up.
Yeah, I gotta get up. But we'll catch y'all later. All right.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Peace, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Give me my $1 back, nigga.
Damn.
What you saying, Breezy?
Why you still talking about? What do you say?
Why are you still talking about True Freedom? You dropped off too. Yeah, it's a good day. Let's see if she come back. Man, I appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight. This story was something else, man. It hit me in my gut once I started really thinking about it, and I started seeing them children. It was bothering me a lot, man. The conversation kind of went from there, and evolved into other things. But yeah, man, it's we have to come up with a way to be able to protect our children from these situations. Men think about this stuff. We think about how to protect. We think about days like this, with women thinking about, oh, it'll never be like this. Days like this are always going to come. They're on their way. And what you want to do is be able to minimize the casualties. And I'd rather have a bad day than a tragedy. You know what I mean? If possible. And I don't think it's possible at this rate. You know what I mean? It's tough. I didn't even really get into the things that I had a couple of CNN videos and article, but I definitely appreciate y'all rocking with me. I don't know if y'all want to, if you wanted to come up in the stream, y'all wasn't there. I'll give you an opportunity to come up, speak your piece, especially Third Moon Chop. I know you was here with Big Mike. You said that's your cousin, and Death Kiss, and Savannah. You don't ever hop on. Yeah, I'm with you with that. Homeschooling is I'm a big supporter of homeschooling. I think that's the way to go. Like I have a live going over etymology, parsing, and syntax. I don't think we're not equipped with what we need to be successful. Like we don't understand grammar. Like the first dude that was here, people don't understand what words mean. You don't know what a definition is, which is crazy because in that live I define what a definition is, and I'm just looking at this kid like what are you talking about? But homeschooling needs to happen, man. Education, which comes from a Latin word educar. Educar means to draw out, and you have edification and you have enumeration. You don't get that in school. You get fuck shit. Like they were called colonizers because what does a colon do? A colon removes the shit that it can't use. So you being able to be competent in everything in every phase in life, they can't use that. So they removed that. Etymology, parsing, and syntax, man, included. It helps you in law. It helps you in financial literacy. It's extremely important to know what words mean, because the language that we use, the colloquialisms that we use in the day-to-day language, in our day-to-day language, when you start to put your pen to that paper and you bind it to that contract, man, that's your ass. What she say? He said, "I'm scared to come." You a moderator. You can't be scared to come up. What I'm gonna do to you? Nothing gonna happen. But in due time, no rush. I know you'll come up eventually, or start your own channel, Savannah's World or something like that, right? I appreciate y'all coming, man. It's late. I thought I was gonna be on for like an hour and get off, but my brothers came through. Thank you, Gail. Appreciate you. It's a superstar as per usual. Brother Bernard S. Oh, again, thank you to Supreme 10 for the $25 Cash App. I appreciate that, bro. I wasn't even expecting it. I don't even know where you got the well, you already had it, I think. The Cash App name. Shout out to what was his name? Trigger Man. Shout out to Trigger Man. Shout out to Breezy that was up here. I appreciated you coming up. I know you be trolling True. Shout out to my guy True. You know what I mean? I don't know why you coming for my guy True, but it is what it is. Yeah, man. That's it. Yeah, that's it, man. It was a great day. It's a great live, I should say. Great conversation. Shout out to Dirty Folks. Always bring that fire. He's a one-man show by himself. Well, shout out to Shout out to Westside Kulik, my man's first time coming to the platform. Was on his platform. Check him out. Everybody that you can go through the chat. I'm gonna end up putting everybody's channel and everything in the description. At least by tomorrow morning, if I don't do it tonight. It's how I always say it. It's how we always end it. There ain't but two classes on this planet. Never been three. You're either world class or you outclass. And the question is not which class do you want to live in. The question is which class are the ones coming behind you deserve for you to die in. On your feet, on your knees. Respect the craft. Noble.
The world class.